Welcome to the Wormhole Extremists. And we are doing two television series for the first time in one day. My name is David. I'm with Nicole.
Hello.
And Yvie.
Hello.
How goes? Sleepyheads?
Good. Looking forward to splitting our focus between the two different shows.
Can
it was
we
kind
do
of weird
it?
doing my notes because I haven't done that before, split my focus. So I think it's going to be fun. I'm excited to go on this journey with everybody.
Was it more complicated to in any way?
No, not really. I guess the only thing is that I probably don't know as much off the top of my head for Atlantis as I do with SG-1.
Okay.
So I had to kind of maybe
Actually study?
poke around a little bit more. Yeah.
There you go.
So I've probably seen Atlantis maybe 3 or 4 times in total, but I've definitely seen SG-1 more.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I've
But it'll
seen
be
Atlantis
fun.
about at least 4 times through, maybe 5.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
been
And my
like
memory's
8
not that
years
great.
since a full rewatch of any of these.
I've
so.
never seen a full rewatch of any of these shows because I always just dabble. I will say right now
You're a
that
dabbler.
I've forgotten entire Atlantis episodes.
You go by mood. You like watch Stargate based on mood.
It's how I read as well.
Yeah.
It's really weird. Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
for
the
years.
I kind of like
anniversary.
it. It's creative.
Stargate
The anniversary
rewatch.
of SG-1 today.
Yes, happy 28th anniversary.
28th.
Stargate 20th birthday, something. Stargate
Oh, we
SG-1,
should have whipped
so-
out our birthday hats again.
I know. What a shame. We'll get it when it hits
I think
30.
I've still got mine in the cupboard.
I got one somewhere. Yeah.
We'll get it when it hits 30. That's the big one.
30?
We'll still be here.
We'll be here for
30.
30. Oh, we will be here for 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 30.
So
And then we'll
we
be
should
here for
probably
my
be on just
30.
Atlantis then. Yes, that will be true
So.
as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to do something big. So, like wear black. So,
Mourn my 20s.
Morn.
what else is going on? What's going on, Nicole?
I have a bad example. Is that what you were hinting at?
No.
Oh, okay.
How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
Fine.
I did a board game night with my dad and uncle yesterday at my dad's house. He lives on a farm because his in-laws are farmers. And so yeah, I was there, and they have like 5 dogs, and they're all like mental. So that was
Oh, I actually forgot to tell you guys. So a few weeks ago, I had my very belated birthday party with my family, and my sister had created the theme for the party, and she's like, "You need to guess what it is." I'm like, "Okay." As soon as I
During the
walk into
party?
the house,
Okay.
yeah.
as I'm entering my mum's house, she says to me, "There's a theme for this party. You need to guess it." And I was like, "Okay." She puts a chain of Fruit Loops around my head. And I'm like, okay, this is kind of seeming like maybe it's a
It's not a
Stargate
Stargate
reference, but like
party.
I wasn't quite sure.
Are you a
Then they
big
bring
like
out the
fan
food.
of breakfast cereal? Is that like a thing
No,
for you?
not at
Like Jerry
all.
Seinfeld?
No,
Okay.
no,
I'm a
I don't
huge
have
fan
an
of
obsession with
breakfast
breakfast cereal.
I do.
Then they bring out the food and there's like various dishes, and she's looking at me and she's like looking at me really expectantly. She's like, "Come on, guess the theme." And I was like, "I have no clue." And I'm looking at all the dishes, and then it kind of like starts
Wait,
clicking.
no, wait. That's not fair. What are some of the dishes?
Okay,
Guess.
so
Yeah, let us play.
Let us guess.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be able to guess it. So I had there was like mini pizzas. There was like little tiny finger sandwiches. Then there was lemon chicken.
Okay.
There was a bundt cake with
This
a
is
flower
giving-
pot in the center.
Wait. It's not like My Big Fat Greek Wedding, is it?
No, it was. Should I spoil the theme?
No.
I thought-
No. Let's let ChatGPT figure it out. I want to
Okay.
see just how clever your sister
Okay.
was.
Oh, there
'Cause
was also
everyone in
crab,
the
there was also crab puffs.
Okay. Guess.
Um,
Hang on. Hey,
you
wait,
said
wait,
the-
wait. Guess.
You said
this
flour
dinner
in the bundt
theme.
cake, and I just assumed that that's My
Loop
Big Fat Greek Wedding because that happened.
Necklace.
I'm not giving anything
Okay.
away.
Fruit Loop necklace
Yeah.
around the person of honor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Like mini pizza bites? Like
Yeah.
folded over,
Yes,
or are they just
were
little
like
pizzas?
they were little pizzas, yeah.
And a bundt cake with a
So they,
flour.
were
in
they
it.
folded
I'll
over,
say
or were
it's
they
not
pocket
the-
like
not
pizza
the-
little pizza pockets, or were they just
So
literally
the
little
type
pizzas?
of the type of pizza wasn't relevant. It was just
Okay.
the fact that it was pizza based. So just pizza.
Okay. And then what else was there? Something in a flower pot?
So it was a bunt cake,
With
which
You
is
flour
just
use
a
in it.
cake.
BT
So
bunt.
I think it's bunt. Bunt.
Bunt
No,
cake?
is it BUNDT or something?
I don't
There's like
know.
a
It's-
weird spelling.
He'll figure it out. It'll figure it out. So Fruit Loops,
Yeah.
pizza bites, bunt cake. What else? In flower pot? Is that relevant?
Oh God, yeah, the flower pot thing is relevant. That's probably all I can remember right now, and
You said
that
something
should
else.
be enough.
Fruit Loop, pizza bites, bunt cake in flower pot.
Is
Wait,
this like
let me have a look.
90s to
there was
2000s
also
movies?
there was
Back to
also
school?
there was a pecan pie
Also a pecan pie
and hot dogs.
and hot
Yeah,
dogs.
I'm honestly like getting like, is this just a 2000s, like a goodbye to the 90s, 2000s era, like, or like a
Oh,
relook
it's-
of it? Like, I don't know.
Okay, kid food, grown-up love, childhood favorites, dinner, taste of childhood, dinner screams nostalgia. No, it
I don't think
doesn't.
ChatGPT
No.
has
What is
got it. Yeah.
No,
What is
it's
it?
not gonna. Okay, so my sister made the theme my favorite movies and TV shows.
I knew it.
Oh, you should have
Yeah.
said that. ChatGPT wouldn't get it.
No, I
Yeah.
wouldn't get it. No, that's what I said. I said
Okay,
it
so
would-
the
it
Fruit
wouldn't get
Loops
it.
is Stargate?
So the Fruit Loops is Stargate. Lemon Chicken is Stargate as well.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
was that's what Adam told
It
my
is
sister
good.
would
The lemon
be-
chicken
would be
is
relevant
pretty
to make.
good. If you go to Buca de Beppo, it's great.
It was pretty good chicken. The crab puffs is actually a Frasier reference. The bunt cake is
Okay.
my big fat Greek wedding.
I crushed it!
The finger sandwiches are sort of more like just general Austin thing. And what else did I say? Oh, the little hot dogs were for Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And the pecan pie was for When Harry Met Sally, because it's like one of my favorite.
Oh, obviously.
Okay,
Shame
there
on
you
me.
go.
But it was
Evie,
such a
we have so
thoughtful
much
birthday.
in common. It's really
That's
disturbing
great.
sometimes.
There we go. Perfect.
It's
It
lovely.
was so beautiful.
I'm
I was
really
like, I was getting
chuffed
teary.
The flour and the bun cake made me go my big fat Greek wedding. I'm really glad. That was a really good one. What a great take from your sister.
It
That's
really
amazing.
was. It was so good.
Isn't it so wonderful that we are so defined by the media we consume? At least the three of us.
I know it is.
Silently.
it
Nicole,
is,
bad example.
Oh goodness.
You're first.
Okay, hold on.
Yes, we have two today, guys.
We
Yep.
do, we do. Okay, right. So
We're making out.
we are. Sorry, I've actually like completely forgotten which episode this is for just a second. Just I got it. I know what it is. Right. What's up?
Oh.
This is
You said it was deceptively simple.
yes.
That just looks like a leaf. Is that a leaf?
Well,
I'll-
it's not Serenity, and it's not when the Balrog emerges in Rings
I will
of Power.
I will give you a clue,
No,
okay,
no,
right?
give us 10 seconds.
Oh my god. Or I'll just give you a quote.
Okay, but that'll blow it.
Oh my god. Well, I don't know if anybody's gonna get it.
I
so-
want to see if the audience will get it for the first time before we do. Someone said life. Jacob said lifeline.
That is exactly it. So
Jacob.
it's McKay going, you want to lower the city like a leaf kissing the water of a
Kissing
pond.
gentle kiss. Very
Yeah, I
good,
love
Jacob.
that.
Nice kissing at the
That
end.
is good.
Nice kissing. That's
I went
great.
very obscure with Atlantis.
No, that's what I
You
want.
really did. No,
I
That's
love
great.
it.
That's a good
love
example of
it.
a
Thank you.
good example of a quote.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah.
Okay, watch him be disappointed by mine. So I literally this took me 30 seconds. So
Good. Shouldn't take more than that.
okay,
Great job, Jacob. Thank you.
That's
all
great.
right. So are we ready? Oh, 1 second. Having issues.
That
with
was
this
season 4, episode 2,
thing.
by the way, for those who don't
Yeah,
remember.
Adrift, Lifeline,
Mhm.
and then Doppelganger, I think.
Okay,
Reunion
ready?
first, then doppelganger.
Ready?
Oh, good.
Yep.
Ready?
Yes.
All right.
Oh,
Can we see it okay?
oh, I've got it. I've got it. Hold on. I've got it. It's a two-parter. I think I know I've got it. I'll give people a chance.
Okay.
Evie, this is really good. This is a great
I
image.
I think
Has
I've
to
got
be.
it.
Yeah. I'll give it a
Okay, hold
chance.
it in.
But I'm not-
to see if anyone in
okay.
the chat does.
Yeah, I'm holding it in like a really, really nasty.
Like a bot.
Oh, like me, like my permanent existence.
I was gonna say like remark. You know.
Jacob's got it again.
Yeah, return part 2. Yeah, there it is.
Wow.
It's Jack coming out of
Jack.
And the
that
replicators.
hole. Yeah, with the replicators.
Oh, and those are like oh.
those
and it's- and it's the
hand
water.
things.
I saw the things and I went, what the hell
I
is that?
wasn't
And then
sure. I thought
then
it
I
was
saw
out
the
of
water.
mind so
Oh,
I would have gotten it
yeah.
wrong. Yeah.
Okay, so
Evie, that was a really good bad example.
it wasn't too good then.
No, I just saw the ladder.
From
I
the
just saw the
turn of
ladder.
phrase.
I saw a bit of water, and I was like,
Yes.
oh, and then I was
Yeah.
like, the gun.
The only thing I could
confused
think of
me.
was the stasis chambers. So, yeah, very good.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. Wow, Jacob, you are crushing it.
Did
Yeah,
Jacob
really
get them both?
crushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Anthony says out of mind as well. Are you sure?
It's the return part 2. So.
Oh, okay. So Anthony also said out of mind. That was the only thing I could think of, except it was what? Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
the return part 2. He's got, damn.
Yeah.
I want you on my team, man. Okay. Are we ready for
Dip our toes into some SG-1.
Yeah, it's lockdown, right? We're doing that.
It is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Make
so
some
that's
French
what we're doing.
fries.
French fries. Oh yeah, I told him to make French fries instead.
Yes.
That'll be lockdown and hide and seek. Okay, this is working. All right, everything's plotted. You guys ready for lockdown?
Yeah, let's
I
do it.
think I'm ready to be locked down.
Hey, there we go. Hey, we've gone through one together. Let's do another. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Bože moj. Welcome to Wormhole Extremists. My name is David. I'm with Nicole
Hello.
and Yvie.
Hello.
You sounded really far away all of a sudden. This is Stargate SG-1 803 Lockdown. And happy 28th birthday, SG-1. That's the day we're watching it on. How you guys doing?
Yes. Doing good.
Evie, why you sound so far away? Your
Yvie, you
mic's
switched
just
the
like cut
microphone,
out.
I think.
I didn't touch anything. One
There, you're back.
second.
You're back. You're
Okay.
back. You're good.
Oh,
You're back.
really?
That was weird.
Yeah.
I literally didn't touch anything. Okay, cool.
Interesting.
All right. I'm glad that sorted itself out.
Back to the episode.
So apparently this teaser, this little bit before the
Yes, the teaser.
The teaser. So the teaser is set 1 month before the rest of the episode, which takes place somewhere between Lost City Part 2 and New Order Part 2, when Jack was in the Ancient Status Pod and Elizabeth was in command of the SGC. And the cosmonaut's uniform patch says Mir, and I apologize if I've said that wrong. So despite him supposedly being from the International Space Station, this is kind of a production error. So Mir was Russia's space station that was deorbited in 2001, which is 3 years before this episode aired.
Yeah.
And the International Space Station would have had its own distinct mission patches.
All right.
And this episode aired on the same night as the Atlantis episode Hide and Seek, which we're watching after this, and both featured non-corporeal entities invading the main character's headquarters.
Very similar
and both
looking
were defeated
too.
by sending them through the Stargate to be trapped on another planet.
That's
So,
it.
Yeah.
Kind of unusual.
I don't
Way
know
to
if they
go,
did that
SG-1
deliberately
Atlantis.
or not.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I guess Anubis couldn't freely move through space, like float freely, like he was inside of a chunk of his starship.
I think so. It must
Yes.
have been. And then he was waiting to sort of catch that vessel to Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hitchhiked on a Russian, hitched a ride on a Russian cosmonaut, or in a Russian cosmonaut. I don't remember when that phrase is used, probably in this episode, but yeah.
So I believe that this was actually the first episode shot for season 8, and it became the third to air, so that could continue the cliffhanger after Lost City. And Joseph Malozzi wanted an episode centered around Jack O'Neill's new job as base commander to test him early. So
Well, it makes sense they would have shot this one first, because this is the most heavy use of Rick for this, almost for the whole season, if not the biggest use.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Evie, you're
Yeah, my microphone is not working.
okay.
It's going in and out. It's very interesting. Okay. We'll figure it out.
Yep. Considering you have the most to say in these, so.
Yeah. Lockwell said to Nicole, any snacks? No, but I did eat some cheese puffs before we got on.
And keep in mind, through this entire season, he never opens a drawer, nor does he claim to have the keys to the desk.
That's true. That's very true. I'm just going to change my
Gavin
microphone
Hood.
cable thing.
Colonel Vasilov.
So I know I had no clue that he's actually South African.
Yep.
And after filming this a bit some years later, he actually went on to win an Academy Award for the best foreign language film, and later he directed rendition Wolverine and Ender's according to Gavin himself, he's actually recognized more often for this Stargate appearance than actually winning an Oscar. So,
which is probably why he turned down my request 2 weeks ago to come on Dial the Gate. But all's fair.
also, he's probably just a very busy dude.
He is
I think
busy.
he's doing quite a bit
I've
of
loved a
directing.
couple of his films, so I love Ender's Game. It's terrific, and the music is
He
awesome.
did Ender's Game?
He sure did.
Yes, he did Ender's Game. Yeah, he did X-Men Origins Wolverine, and
Not
he did
seen it.
Ender's Game.
Yep.
You know
I
what?
know
X-Men
Nicole
Origins
has.
Wolverine was actually fun on a bun. It wasn't great, but like I enjoyed it.
Interesting.
That's blown my mind. And it has one of the Stargate actors is in it.
Many Stargate actors are in it. The X-Men was a Vancouver production.
Yeah, but I'm saying that specifically Wolverine Origins had Sapagna.
Oh yes, Kevin Durand.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Kevin, right. So, allegedly, if you are over-examining as I do, there is a prop inconsistency here. So, Vasilov is actually wearing the gold star of the Soviet Union rather than Russia's gold star,
Oh, okay.
Oh Christ.
which replaced it after the Soviet Union was dissolved in 1991. But Vasilov may have received his medal before 1991. So, that
So
kind
it's
of
Fair.
possible that they wear them. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a person on Reddit actually kind of expressed some discomfort with Jack's treatment of the Russian personnel, particularly Vasilov.
Why?
Though they did acknowledge that it was obviously it's an intentional character flaw.
Yeah.
I think he's
he's a man of the Cold War.
I mean, he's
a
a
soldier of
base-
the
he-
Cold War.
Exactly. Plus, he has been a base commander and he does make some valid points. Like he's got, zero off-world experience. They need to train him up first. Also, you notice that he doesn't salute at the end because in the Russian military, it's only appropriate to salute while wearing a hat. And since he's not wearing one, that's why he clicks his heels instead.
And within a couple of years of this episode, if not already by then, the Air Force does not salute indoors.
Ah,
They stand
yes,
at
I remember
attention.
that coming up at some
Yep.
point. Yes. And Tilk just announced that he's moving into his apartment.
the
So
most
it's
Tilk way
foreshadowing the
ever.
events of Affinity.
Yeah.
And I think Joe Malozzi said that this was one of his favorite scenes in the whole episode, this sort of idle chat, showing the characters they're not just friends at work, but they spend time together off base as well.
At ease. I suspect this
And
scene
they
was
are-
shot
they are
around the
vibing.
end of New Order, the same time New Order Part 2's scene was shot. Something tells me. I don't think
Do
I
you
can be the
think?
man. It's the same, yeah.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I just have a
And here's the
feeling.
potato conversation.
Uh-huh. Here we go.
The usual mash.
I really like the way that Sam got up there and immediately stood to attention.
Yeah.
And it's just it's kind
Oh,
of
it's
sad
a sign
to
of
see.
respect.
It is, but it's seeing that extra separation between them is sad. But I really like the way that Jack's like, chill, it's okay, and I'm like, oh,
He's a
thank you.
general now. It's the first
I
time
know.
he's walked into a room as commander of the base. So it's very
know.
Yes.
it's very internally consistent. And I love that it
Put
says,
her
"I can only say
at
this once,
ease."
stop." Yeah.
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 Well, yeah, I mean, like,
Oh,
what it
Evie,
look
this
if
is
she
not Evie, this is not working. Whatever you're doing, we need you to fix it.
your mic is cutting.
I
Like
haven't
crazy.
touched anything.
I know.
Yeah, might be the storm, the internet.
Yeah. It might be Anubis.
The light is blinking on it from blue to orange. Can you hear me at the moment?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I have no clue what it's doing. I do apologize.
Kevin Weaver,
Gave
I
him that
remember on
answer.
Sci-Fi Channel, this was the week where they wanted to somewhat reuse a special effect for the 2 episodes. That's what it felt like when I watched it. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, this is the first time that we've had 2 Stargate episodes from 2 Stargate shows airing concurrently. Is this a theme? Are they doing this on purpose? And I was talking to Darren, I was chatting with him over the internet. I'm like, I'm wondering if this is a theme, if they're trying to do something. It's like, nope, just a coincidence.
Yeah.
Coincidence. You would
I
have thought
watched
they'd look at the
these-
schedule and,
Yeah.
Right.
these plots are kind of similar.
Alternate
let's
weeks
spread
or
them
something.
apart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
to the
I-
point of Jack's presence on the, Vasilov's presence on the base, Jack,
Yeah.
his spidey sense is already tingling. The only reason Vasilov is here is because Anubis is in him. That's all.
Also, I'm really silly, but I actually didn't even I didn't consider that the lesions were sort of an indication that he had Anubis in him because Anubis has those kind of lesion-y things like that decay
Correct.
pattern on his body like the hosts do when the body's
he's
starting to
cooking
break
the
down.
body from the inside out.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it didn't even occur to me until I was watching it the other day. I was like,
Okay.
oh, actually that makes perfect sense.
When
Well,
you
yeah, 'cause
didn't
he makes
know,
everyone a bit moldy.
No, I just thought he had like a virus or something like that from having Anubis inside of him. I didn't realize that it was Anubis. Yeah, like he'd stayed a little bit too long and he was basically
Overstayed his welcome.
deteriorating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish they were speaking in Russian in this scene. Daniel, as a
Yes.
linguist, would be using every chance he got to speak Russian.
Yeah, I really like the fact that the first thing that Daniel does is try to make everyone feel a little bit extra at home, especially with the way that Jack can be. Daniel's like, well, I'm not a product of like the Cold War. I'm gonna come in and just play nice and try to show that we're good people and mean well.
Mm.
And I
Right,
really
exactly.
Well,
like,
he
yeah,
he
I like it.
understands how Vasilov probably was received by Jack because he
Yeah.
understands Jack's history, especially when it comes to the SGC's prior relationship with Russian commanders. So I think he's probably going in to kind of patch things up a little bit.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Jacob, Jack's clearly prejudiced, but all the points are valid. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It
Yeah,
comes
everyone's a
from-
product of their history and
they
their
are.
upbringing and
they're
everything.
acknowledging
Exactly.
that. Yep.
So thus begins Anubis's possession chain. So he takes control of 7 people in total, I think. There's the first guy, is it Konstantinov? Then there's Vasilov, Daniel, Evans, McCaffrey, Sam, and then Jack.
So Anubis is now in Daniel.
Yes.
Spoilers, everyone.
Because Daniel, because Daniel doesn't
look at the
remember
time.
anything,
Here we go.
anything from the point that he visits Vasilov.
Very
But
good.
what I actually really like is this like filter that they have on there, if that's what you call
Yeah.
it, because you're not
spooky
entirely
filter.
sure. You're not entirely sure if it's Daniel because he's just walked into the corridor, or if it's Jack because he's just coming out of the corridor. Like I
Yeah.
really
Or if
like
Anubis
that.
is invisible, or if he's
Invisible,
walking around in
yes.
his, half-transparent slick self.
So this is Alison Richmond Peck, aka Alison Down. So she plays Dr. Brightman. It's her first appearance, but she'll appear as the same character in the Arc of Truth and also in 4
Continuum.
Stargate Universe
Or yeah,
episodes.
universe.
Yeah. So she actually portrays, well, she's best known to sci-fi fans for portraying as Jean Barrelet on Battlestar Galactica. Though I actually remember her fondly as Miranda from Mysterious Ways back in the early 2000s, and I even named a cactus after her character.
There you go.
Cute.
I love that she really got her just desserts in universe. I mean, Brightman never really quite got a whole lot of time to play around here, and now
No, she didn't.
in SGU she really does feel a little bit more fleshed out.
I love
It's
the
good,
way
yeah.
in universe when she like appears there, and they're like, oh yeah, we're being attacked. She goes like, what? Like I've got to perform surgery while this is happening. It was a very funny little moment for her that she got to have. Got to shine.
No,
a
I
little
thought
bit
it was
extra.
odd when he started shooting up the gate
The gate room.
Yeah, that was my giveaway.
I really love it's so iconic, the scene afterwards when Daniel was shot and then he's complaining about who shot him.
I
can't wait.
love that scene so much.
It's brilliant.
I also kind of, I probably should have mentioned this before, but the smug expression on Daniel's face as he's waiting to go through the gate, I thought was kind of interesting. It's like Anubis is like rubbing his hands together going, oh yes, it's working.
The
Yeah,
fact
I
that he's
pulled it
inside
off, yeah.
Daniel as well is like even juicier because he and Daniel got like a little bit of beef already from before.
Oh man.
so-
Well, David Palfy went out of his way to say the only being Anubis has looked in the eye is Daniel.
Yeah.
But it's too bad that it's just coincidence. It's too bad that he didn't seek
true.
Daniel out.
Yeah.
But he clearly doesn't access the memories of the person he's with like a Goa'uld would.
No, he wouldn't. Yeah, you're
Otherwise, he
right.
would have specifically sought Daniel out.
That's true.
I mean, he may not have had the key,
Actually,
but
didn't
he
think
would
about
have
that.
tried to pick the lock to his brain.
Yes.
Kevin Weaver, since Anubis doesn't have a body, is moving around in his energy form the Anubis equivalent of walking around naked. The Anubis equivalent, yes.
In his raw form.
Evie, it's working now, whatever you've done.
Yeah.
I haven't touched it, so I've done
Alright.
absolutely nothing. So
Well,
I
it's
love
like-
when that sort of thing happens
You
with
may want to
technology.
check on strange behavior from Adam.
Well, like he booby trapped my mic.
I like if he's, has like megalomania, deep rumbling voice, the usual signs.
Anubis has invaded your home. He's going to take your cat next.
Lockwatcher is giving us subtitles in the chat.
Oh, it's been so long since we've seen this reused footage.
They used this shot like season 1, right?
Yeah.
Did they do it for Broker Divide?
Probably.
I know,
Their
they've
bodies
like
need to be
dusted it
burned.
off the shelf and used it again in this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You can tell by the extra bit of graininess that it has.
Yes. Yeah, they're in a full HD at this point. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the colors are
100%.
The contrast is turned up. They're brighter.
Yeah.
They're really pushing it. Brightman had more to do in this episode than I remember.
Yeah.
I really wish that we had a doctor that stuck around more.
I know.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Lamb gave it a good stab, but
Why didn't she stick around longer?
she was pregnant with kids.
Oh, fair.
Good for her, but
Michael,
also sad for me.
Couldn't she just
Michael.
wait? Do it like Amanda
impregnating
Tapping and
women
Allen
in the
did,
show.
you know? Schedule it.
I was
Come
going
on,
to say
man.
that, Nicole. So apparently in the original script, this scene with Tilk watching over Vasilov was actually supposed to take place in the main infirmary with Tilk at Daniel's bedside with Vasilov, and they engage in like a conversation with him.
Villar.
The fabric.
A little bit of that again.
Also, like, you know, like if Vasilov had access to SG-1's like mission reports, and knew like everyone's personal histories, I think that he'd realize that this conversation with Tilk is just, it's really a huge moment. So Tilk is someone who's, you know, carried over a century of guilt, you know, for his actions as First Prime, not to mention like the terrible choices that he's had to make as part of SG-1, you know, killing Shara to save Daniel, etc. And I think he understands the weight of guilt better than anyone. I think I've mentioned this before. So when Tilk tells Vasilov not to blame himself for the lockdown, that's really coming from someone who knows the difference between real culpability and being an unwilling victim of circumstance. So coming from anyone else, it might sound sort of like empty comfort, but from Tilk, it's like the voice of hard-earned wisdom. So
yeah,
I mean, tell that to the Nuremberg trials, but I mean, at the same time, I see where he's coming from, and yes, at a certain point, because Tilk is an exception because Tilk fled, you know, and took a number of his pokes with him when he did.
Yeah.
But yes.
I don't want to fixate on it too much, but what the hell are the trials you just talked about?
The Nuremberg trials were the result of the Nazi occupation and the terrible crimes against humanity that they committed, more specifically.
So I didn't know what the title was for it. I just knew they did stuff like that. I didn't know what the title was.
Yes.
Oof. Good to know, though.
Yes. There are a couple of good movies based on it, and documentaries as well. But anyway, let's move past Earth history and focus a little on sci-fi.
Which is technically about Earth history if you go around.
Metaphor, yes, which is why they've come up.
Yeah.
Well, except for
remodeled Earth history.
the incorrect costuming. So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Speak for yourself.
Yes.
I wear this sort of stuff all the time.
There you go. Yeah, yeah. Those Soviet badges look really good on you. I hope you use them in the kitchen, and not just in the office. No. Between the sheets. All right. Anyways. Yeah. So they're beginning to put this thing together.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, they forget that Anubis is halfway between the two. So
He's stuck somewhere between this reality and Ascension.
Yeah.
Daniel, I think, is the first one to put it together, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, which is really cool.
Darren spoiled this episode for me before it came out, and I was rather pissed.
Darren.
I know he did, but I kind of coaxed it out of him because he kind of like gave a hint, and I just kept on going with it. And he said this episode included the return of, quote, an old friend, end quote. And I was like, Skara? He said, no.
We wish.
And we just kept on going until he gave it to me, and it's like, shit. So, anyway.
Oh, this is
I think my
changes.
microphone's done the thing again.
Yeah, it has.
How do you
Plug it
know?
back in.
Because it has a color on the microphone, like a light.
So you
and
are
it's just
seeing it on
changed
your
color.
side. Okay. Well, we're going to do what we can.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's so interesting that he's so pissed about who shot him. What difference does it
It's
make?
really fixated.
Someone had to put you down.
I love
It would
the
have
way
been like,
that
oh, by the way, who shot me? I'm curious.
they rat Jack out with their eyes.
I know,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
perfect, isn't it? It's
So good.
perfect.
And
To be
also,
fair,
Teal'c
right?
shot him as well.
Yeah, but only Zat, so like wasn't so bad.
Okay. Yeah, that's why your life force feels drained, is because of Teal'c.
Yeah. To be fair, Daniel and Jack got like a lot of, like they love each other, but there's a lot of like little infights. So, shooting him just a little bit has got to feel slightly good.
Shooting him, just lightly shooting him.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Click.
So you guys can still hear me, right? But it's just not through the mic.
Yeah.
We're hearing you now. Yeah.
Okay.
Every piece of hardware has that last use, Yvie. So
He clocked it so
He
fast
did.
that it was Anubis. How did he clock it so
I think
fast?
because he's a former Ascended.
Oh, so it's
Yeah,
some of
maybe, yeah.
that old knowledge is just popping, like in Orpheus, is popping back. in
Vasilov
episode 3.
probably, I don't know if he's having visions of being an oil slick, but I mean, he's probably having sensations as well that he can't describe. Daniel
Yeah, 'cause
has
he doesn't
context
know.
that he can utilize. Yeah.
Yeah, fair. Jean Diada said that she got food and they forgot her lemon chicken, same as last week.
Well,
No.
there you go.
How dare they?
Did anyone notice that all the lights in the SGC are off?
Yeah, so zoomed out when it was looking at the window,
Uh-huh.
it was like had a very light, like blue kind of color going over it, but it was, the whole
Yes.
space was like completely dark. Maybe
Yep.
it's just to add that air of spoopiness to the episode.
The only other time that I can remember this is in the Arc of Truth, before they go through the Supergate to the Ori Galaxy. And it left the SGC very moody. It makes no sense. It's really against OSHA regulations, but you know what? It's really atmospheric and cool. So.
Yeah.
Against regulations, yes. Okay, so I was sort of hyperfixated on my microphone. I kind of missed a little bit. At around 19 minutes 45, there's like this brief second where it looks like Tilk looks off screen and he's speaking at the time and he cracks a smile and then quickly recovers. So I don't know what was happening in the background.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Little
That's quite
Christopher
funny.
Judge showed through. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a split second.
Good to know.
Also, he incorrectly says Anubis was millions of light years away from his power base, but the Milky Way galaxy is only like 100,000 to
110,
120,000 light years in diameter. So,
yeah. He's starting to pick up human quirks of not being accurate. Those Jaffa.
also, I love how Sam is about to close the curtain as if it'll magically render
I
her
love
conversation with Daniel like
Private.
inaudible to Vasilov,
Yeah.
despite him being right there.
He's right. I can hear you.
Well, I think Joseph Malozzi said that during the screenings, writers would joke in a Russian accent, "I can hear you."
Pull
Jeff
back
Ted said,
curtain.
Did Chris Judge get noticeably more ripped this season?
He was starting to work on his physique more. If you go look at seasons like 4 and 5, he's definitely heavier. And further down the line, he started tightening things up as a new love came into his life, let's say.
Oh,
I was going to say as well, he talked about
had
during the
different
season.
motivation.
I think this is around the time that he met Gia, or that he was with Gia. So, yeah.
Okay.
Also, he talked about getting older and just like trying to keep his
Exactly.
be health conscious.
Yeah, I can't relate to that at all.
No, none of us are getting older. Also, there was kind of a conversation on Reddit, and a lot of people were wondering why the medical team didn't try something like tritonin to help Vasilov's damaged immune system, but others did speculate that it could have been sort of fatal given his condition or ineffective since tritonin was originally developed by the Pengarans, whose
Physiology?
yes, thank you, may differ from Earth humans, and it was obviously later modified for the Jaffa, so it might only work, preventatively rather than as a treatment for existing organ failure.
Well, then I would love to see how Braytak looks right now. Oh, wait a second. He's no, wait a second. He's not on Erebus anymore. We rescued him from there. Yeah. Thank you for that medical report, Anubis.
Yeah.
If you can't access the person's mind, then how do you know what to say? I call BS.
I thought he could, yeah, to a degree.
Well, you know what? He's been around for a long time, so maybe he had the opportunity to study some medical textbooks.
There you
Or maybe
go.
he asked the nurse next to him to like exactly tell him a recap of what happened, and then he walked over to Jack and went blah, blah,
Like,
blah, blah.
as a teaching moment, how
Yeah.
would you describe what's happening to that
Yeah.
right now?
Like an episode of Grey's Anatomy.
Uh,
Anubis' Anatomy.
I really loved this guest performance.
Oh, me too. I think he's fantastic. He's one of my
Yes.
favorite guest stars on the show, and I was really sad to see him go.
Yep.
Mm.
This ending of this episode never makes sense to me, and I'll talk about it as we get there.
Oh, yeah, I have some issues with it too. I wonder if our issues are the same.
Yeah, we will find out in
Yeah,
Indeed we will.
like
Yeah.
18 minutes. It speaks Russian. But is it a good end or a bad end? Or a
Yeah.
very bad end?
It could be a frayed end.
Afraid
And then
end.
what's
So
the
that would be a
use?
bad end, yes.
Like many forks in a road, all the phrase. There we go. Bit of Russian. Finally, from Daniel.
There is no winter.
That's kind of a cute saying.
My
Yeah.
favorite
That's right.
Russian expression is a full stomach likes to preach about fasting.
Nah, I like
A
that.
full stomach, yes. Yeah, yes,
quite funny.
that's good.
Dan Ben, I don't think they ever used Tritonin on someone that wasn't a Jaffa. Other than the
Yeah.
Pangarans, yeah.
Mm.
Oh.
Having a flashback, are we? That's convenient. Yeah, maybe it is because he's ascended before.
Mm-hmm. He's given a little bit of ESP.
I was
is-
going to
is
say he's
left
got that
behind.
extra ancient brain juice.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It makes sense. A few neurons would have been changed when he fell. Okay, then. Yeah, instead of
Just
sitting
trying
it
to get
down,
a
let's just
snack.
drop it. Let's not sit it down slowly. Let's give,
But she's probably not used to having guns pointed at her. So
Yeah.
pointed at her. So
just
Well,
near
she
her.
works in the
yeah.
military, so
I know.
there's weapons around all the time.
Yeah.
Also,
But not
she
in
gives
her
me like
face.
a Kirsten Dunst kind of
She
vibe. I don't know
does
why.
very much.
Yeah.
Yes. For sure. Hung out with my boyfriend in the locker room on level 17.
One of the whole closets.
He's in cooking.
Amazing cooking. Oh, he's the guy with the lemon chicken
Yeah, and he washes dishes on the side.
from a few seasons ago.
That's it. I need to find what we named him. Gateworld had that information.
Dead end.
I think this is one of my favorite seasons for Sam hair as well. I just want to say that. I think her hair looks
Oh,
fantastic.
It's a good head of hair.
Hair this season.
You didn't?
I like
Yeah.
I like early season 4's hair. Like, it
Really?
was slightly longer.
I
Yeah,
found that
I
hair
don't
a
know why.
mess.
I didn't
I
care for
liked
it
it.
either.
Same.
Mid season 4, late season 4, yes. Season 5 was early season 5 was too short.
Yeah.
Ooh, ow.
Season 6 a bit too short as well. Still coming off of the season 5.
Oh.
Yeah, I love her hair here. It's just for me, it's the perfect between. I found season 7 her hair looked too big for me.
Hello, Aaron Pearl.
Aaron Pearl.
Major Kearney. It's doing the same thing,
Sorry.
Evie, just so you know. Whatever you're using
Yeah.
now is doing the same thing.
Yeah, I've seen him a few seen him a few times here and there as well, not on Stargate. And so every time he pops up, I always get very excited and was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Last time we saw him he was Lieutenant George Hammond in 1969.
damn right he was.
Yes, he's kind of filling that Hammond gap.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go. Ooh, don't mind me, Colonel Pierce. Or Pearson. I forget his name.
That's McCaffrey, isn't it?
Yes. Oil slick, oil slick, oil slick, oil slick, oil slick, oil slick.
You know what they really need? They need a proton pack
They do.
from Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
That's the only weapon they can use against him.
They're awfully lucky that they can see him when he departs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I like it's like just a dark version of the ancients. I like that the different ascended beings have different things. So like Anubis is really like just dark. Or it's like
I kind of
got-
like this exchange
This
as
is
well.
true.
all right with the fire, and you got the ancients with the light.
Mm-hmm.
It's my arm. I'm gonna walk around. It's my
Yeah, I was
arm.
gonna say. Brilliant.
But Daniel's just accepted it at this point.
We're moving on, yeah. Yeah, but the Stargate is here.
Yeah, where is he gonna go?
I don't know, the UN? Yeah, and that's stopped Oma how often?
Anubis should be taking this time to see a bit of Earth. Do some traveling.
Do some traveling, some
Yeah.
sightseeing, you know. This actually
Yeah,
is
his
not a
friends are
bad
busy.
idea. Not the traveling Earth part, but like pinning him down, removing his other options.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to what they do in hide and seek.
Mm-hmm. Let's just
Yeah.
assume he's in the room listening to us.
Yeah.
I think he is in the
Well,
room, if I'm not
exactly.
mistaken. So, I think that's the
I
first
don't
time
know who
we
he's
see
in
the
it
facility
at this
in its
stage.
whole. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know who he's in? Aren't you keeping track of who's got Anubis? Or who's
Well, the
Anubis
next
got?
person is Sam.
Yeah.
So he
he's
could
just
be
floating
in
right
Sam
now.
right now.
He could be in Sam right now.
Yeah.
But probably not because
Yeah, I
she's
assume he's in the
so
vents.
key to this plan.
Yeah.
I give up. He has to go through. I'm not going to help figure out what to do.
Honestly, though, like, wouldn't you get pretty frustrated working here? Because, like, I
yeah.
get annoyed when at my work there's the mildest inconvenience to my day. And so, like, just imagine being locked down to, like, 3 different sections and having to, like, be extra secure about everything. It's like, oh my God,
Yeah.
like, imagine if your job is just the janitor, you know?
Yeah. I couldn't take it, you know, cleaning up,
Yeah.
Jello spills on the floor, and then alien disease this week, alien infiltration the next week.
Yes. Also, apparently, Kearney's rank insignia is blue, which indicates a lieutenant colonel, but it's a major, so it should be brown.
You really
but
think they would
that's
have gotten that
fine.
figured out by now,
Come on,
especially with an Air
yeah.
Force advisor on the show.
I know. I guess they can't catch everything
Mhm.
still.
Also, there's something I was wondering about
Yeah,
how
you're back.
they.
Yep, carry on.
Okay, it's still the same color, my microphone. It's still orange.
We can still hear you, but it sounds like you're far away for a few seconds, and then after a few seconds it comes back.
Yep.
So carry
That's
on.
that's really annoying. I'm so sorry,
Proceed,
everyone.
All good.
So the zone lockdown implementation, like the way that they carry it out. So would it not make sense for the zones to be secured like in order? But in this case, it's out of order.
It sure is.
They do, yeah. So I would have thought that if the whole base is like already locked down and there are only 3 zones, wouldn't zone 2 have to be secure before zone 3?
I just think that that's what they're numbered. I
Right.
don't necessarily think that's the has to be the sequence. Just as everyone, as long as
Maybe.
everyone stays where they're supposed to stay, we should be good.
God, it's so dark here again with the lighting
I
in this room.
know.
They were just like, nah, get rid of that.
It's not like he's hiding in the electrical system, folks. You can
Oh,
use the power.
That dude walking alongside Sam had his ribbon. He had like a single ribbon it was like upside down. It should have been at the top, not the bottom, or something.
All the ranks. What's wrong with all the
Yeah.
medals and ranks today?
I
My
guess.
Lord.
Yeah. Thor was
Someone
absent that
dropped the
week,
ball.
so Douglas,
Yeah.
not Thor, Douglas Starr.
Yeah.
So we couldn't get a replacement. There was more than one guy on staff for that.
So starting a new job is difficult, but like poor Jack is getting quite the hazing
Yes,
from
You're
the
so
president
far
here.
away.
Yes.
There you are. Yes, they're hazing.
very, very clever.
Oh, Evie. Oh,
Gotta
Evie.
love the dad jokes.
Wish I could figure out this microphone because it just looks like it's in the same state.
Well, we can do a refresh between things, so don't worry about
We
it.
can. Yeah. Contemplative O'Neill. Yeah, here we go. And this is what you'd have to do. You'd have to force his hand. Because he'll just hang out there until, you know, it's as long as it takes.
Yeah.
So hunker down, boys and girls. You what?
Yeah.
This is longer than most of O'Neill's speeches.
Yes.
Yeah. A month's pretty good, but that's way too long. Again, imagine you're the janitor and you're stuck at work for a month, or being told a month. I just be like, no, I quit. They all better be getting like a massive pay rise for this, or like a bonus, being like, got stuck here for a while, yeah.
I wonder what those slow motion segments were all about. Uh-oh.
Who wants to run a diagnostic?
Yeah.
Nerd. Gecko Fett said, wouldn't that amount to a lot of overtime pay? I really should, yeah. They should all, I hope they all get paid bloody overtime because, I mean, to be fair, I'm sure the government...
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sure they might find a way to be like, oh, only certain amount of overtime. If we've convenienced you by like a day or a few hours, get over it. This is Stargate. But like, if it was like a week, then they'd be like, yeah, here's your overtime.
Don't they have enough quarters for everybody?
Like
sleeping
so
quarters?
they do have racks that they can sleep on. So they for shifts, yes. Because this kind of thing happens.
Thought about that.
Yeah. So of course they would have to have places. They have showers. You know, they have enough.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, so Daniel has been zatted twice in this episode.
Yes, but it's
it's approximately 7 days apart. So it kind of shows that a week is enough recovery time between zap strikes to avoid the second shot kills.
It's basically altering your bioelectrical field. So, you know, as long as you have time to kind of chill and reset, you can, I would suspect you could get shot once every couple of days, I would think. Hello, Marco from France. Welcome.
Hi, Marco.
Hello.
Polo.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go again.
Oh, Sam.
Jacob said little overtime won't make much difference. It takes $1 million just to keep the lights on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's true.
In the UK, our train systems are always delayed, and they have a certain amount of time where if the delay is like goes past a certain point, then you're entitled to some compensation and
Tea and
get money
crumpets?
back. Pardon?
Tea and crumpets.
Why not?
Take that.
I want some
I
tea and
wish.
crumpets.
You'll get like a few quid back on your train ticket, and then as time goes on, if it's worse and worse, then you'll full compensation. But still, how annoying.
Wow.
They try to avoid doing it as best they can because they're like, oh, we
Yeah.
don't want to lose money.
This is pretty clever of Anubis. But
Yeah.
you'd think that he wouldn't have even been able to do it with Sam.
Yeah.
Split the security codes or something.
Yeah.
Each silo, well, not silo, but each of the third of the silo would have their own.
This is also a badass moment.
She takes out a lot of folk.
Yep.
Yeah. MP6003
Jack.
said, Mummy, where's Daddy? He's stuck at work, sweetie, for a week.
Yes.
A month. And he's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
He just texted. Anubis says, hi, honey.
Oh, so Jack just stands there, but I guess you can't really outrun a black cloud.
No, you're just going to watch what it does.
Yeah.
Oh, then it goes into Jack, doesn't it?
It does.
It does, yeah.
And
So my question is, like, Anubis is just pure energy at this point. So he'd probably survive a base explosion, but like destroying the gate would trap him on Earth forever. So
Yeah.
I guess that's the point. Like
Yeah,
Jack's basically
exactly.
threatening to strand Anubis here permanently.
Yep. That's
You
right.
know what I wish they did? I wish they did what happened to Teal'c. I wish they could time it well, where he gets stuck in the gate, and then they like redial that gate and erase him from the gate.
Store him
data.
digitally in the Stargate. The crystals. Yeah.
I would have liked that.
Yeah. That would have been tricky to do, but it would have been really
Yes.
awesome. Yeah.
one of those like moments where they just bring something back that was interesting and cool.
Would a major have the? Oh, I guess he's been assigned this because of the duties going on right now.
Yeah.
He isn't usually the guy necessarily.
It's a lot of responsibility for a major.
It is a lot of
It is.
responsibility.
It's a bomb. What they need is some good sonic pylons in the jungle. He's not a smoke monster, Jacob.
This isn't Lost.
That's right. Is it Sam or isn't it? Yes, that was actually Sam, striking a fellow officer.
Yeah, she struck a few.
Nice.
I'm not crazy about Rick playing other characters inside his own body. Generally speaking, I've never been really crazy about it as an actor. For the episodes like, Holiday and
stretching his
yeah,
capabilities a bit.
I wasn't crazy about
Yeah.
and Message in a Bottle. But
Message in a Bottle, yeah.
when he is as Anubis saying stand aside, I was like, that was good.
Yeah.
I'm not Anubis.
So the self-destruct protocol kind of seems to work differently in this episode. So even though Jack and Kearney manually activate it with keys, Sam is able to abort it from the computer terminal. So some fans have questioned whether both keys would need to be turned back manually to stop the countdown, though the SGC system appears to be designed to allow like authorized computer overrides in emergency situations.
Keep in mind this is a unique emergency situation, so they probably could be able to would be able to deactivate it from the computer in this circumstance, if not permanently like this moving forward.
Hi, SGA balcony views. You are almost in time for Atlantis, about maybe 10 minutes off. Currently finishing SG-1 lockdown.
Vasilov has chosen to stop vacillating and do something.
What a guy. Honestly, like, what? It's so
this is very heroic.
scary.
His sacrifice.
Guys, the Russians are coming to save us.
He's very honorable.
Yep.
He's a
And he
man.
still feels very guilty. So
Yeah, he does.
he feels like he's the reason that this is happening, so he's gonna resolve it as well.
Honestly, the way that he does this and then just the demand, it's honestly one of the best Oh yeah, that's great, David, you're right. This is one of the greatest guest like moments for me. I just think that the acting is on point. You can like the way they're done, the sweaty illness, like he looks like he's on his way out.
This
and
was
also
heroic.
the CGI,
Under his eyes and
but the CGI behind him
very
at the
sweaty.
gate also looks fantastic.
Yes.
There we go.
It's your only chance, Anubis.
At least hopefully he won't remember dying because Anubis has taken over, so he won't really feel it. He'll just kind of I say remember, I mean just experience it. He'll just kind of go.
So here is my beef.
Okay, cool. Because I also think I think we might all have similar beef.
Oh, okay, yeah.
By reckoning, he got off of the frozen planet P2, whatever it was, somehow.
Yeah.
Just free him in this episode to make it suspenseful for the rest of the season.
Yes.
Then we've got Replicator and Fifth and Anubis to contend with this season, rather than letting us think that he's bottled up. I get that putting him on the frozen planet, leaving him like that, makes us think that he's been put out of order. And then it's like, oh my gosh, he got out. But it's like, just do it.
How did he get out?
Exactly.
Well,
How did he get
exactly
out?
Right. That is exactly right. And they actually never explore that. So there was a few people on Reddit who were debating how he escaped. And there was one person who theorized that since the ancients placed the gate there, the planet likely supported some form of life. So maybe there was like some sort of body that was cold resistant.
An animal of some sort.
He could attach himself to. Other
came along
fans
to eat
were
him.
also expressed frustration that the SGC didn't immediately redial to vaporize Vasilov in the event horizon, sort of sparing him from the agony of freezing to death. And then others sort of praised Vasilov for dying heroically.
Where was the DHD
never
there?
It wasn't in the shot.
Never receiving recognition from Jack.
Because
so a few things.
Sorry, go Yvie.
There was no hole carved in the snow from the wormhole. Also, apparently, initially, Joe Malozzi had planned for Anubis to end on a fiery planet. And Jack was supposed to say something like, well, I hope he wore warm socks, but that was dropped because it was too
Yes, that is correct. Homo Urpel, why didn't Anubis kill Jack? Good point. That is Lockdown. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking with the whole like DHD situation, right? So logically, right, if you were to somehow hitch a ride on some sort of animal that's surviving in that kind of climate,
We know they can do it.
Then theoretically he can just hop into an animal and then dial himself out because all he needs is
Right, all he needs is paws or
paws
I suppose, you know,
yeah.
Unless you've got hooves, even a hoof could dial out.
Yvie, do you want to try unplugging your mic, plugging back in, just kind of like doing a little thing for a
Done
second?
it
Try
many
turning it off
times already.
Yeah.
I've already
reboot.
done that several times.
Reboot.
Do you want to do a quick reboot?
We'll wait.
We can,
No, I don't need to do a reboot.
Well, you need to do
it's probably
something.
just the microphone.
Okay.
Okay. I think this episode's a good time. I rather enjoy it for what it is. You know, it's the only thing that I do find a bit meh is that we just got rid of Anubis in Lost City, and
Here
so
he is again.
and here he is again, and I'm just like, guys, this almost feels a bit cheap. Like, you know, like just let him die or let him be dead. I get that they wanted to maybe bring him back for later for Reckoning and Threads and stuff. But I think that this episode almost cheapens Anubis a little bit. However, I think that, you know, like Vasilov, he is so fantastic in this that it kind of balances out how I feel about the whole Anubis thing. So
it's not cheapening him as much as Apophis.
no, that's so
couldn't kill that guy off.
was
I don't know.
such a-
Ball was pretty cheapened. So.
Yeah, no, I agree with Bulk. Is my microphone working, guys? Can you hear me?
When you're the primary speaker generally, but when you're cutting into starting to
when you start talking,
when you're speaking over someone else, you sound really far away,
okay.
like right now.
That's
so
weird.
yep.
I don't quite understand. I'm so sorry, everybody.
It's like you've changed like Zoom has changed a setting with you where it like deprioritizes you and lowers your volume. That's really what it sounds like is happening because it doesn't
Can we
just
just
happen
make
in the
Evie
middle
the
of your
priority
speech.
during the episode?
I don't think that there's an app for that.
Okay. It's look, the light is blue and it's a solid blue, so hopefully it'll be fine. I don't know how else to fix it, so might need to invest in another microphone perhaps.
Maybe. It's weird though because it only happens when Evie's not the primary speaker, which means it's probably a Zoom thing.
Entirely possible, but it doesn't happen.
it's
It doesn't
very
happen to you,
strange.
Nicole.
Yeah.
No, maybe something happened on Evie's side that broke. I don't know. So based on what I said for this episode, I think I'm gonna give this a 4.
A 4. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't give it a 5. It's nothing crazy is happening. It's not that exciting. I think that just the main thing's keeping it going is just Vasilov being such a bro. Love him. Absolutely love him.
Such a bro.
Yeah, such a bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's well said. I guess I'll go. So I do like this episode. I really enjoy Vasilov as a character as well. I think what's his name? Hood?
Gavin Hood.
Gavin Hood.
Gavin Hood.
Mr.
He does
Hood.
an incredible job. I was very convinced that he was Russian when he's in fact South African. So
Yeah.
I thought his accent was very convincing. I didn't question it for a second. It was only when I was doing my research that I found out, you know. But I think it was about time that we had a Russian character who kind of redeemed the Russian soldiers because a lot of them have been portrayed as having like ulterior motives and they're not all, you know, honest, good, hardworking, you know, military personnel. And I think there's something sad about that. So I kind of appreciate that they brought him in to kind of rectify that, but at the same time, he was only in a single episode.
Well,
so
Chekhov is great, but he's more a politician at this stage. And once you get to
That's
a certain
true.
rank
Yeah.
around, you know, the upper colonel general area, you really function more as a politician.
That's a good point.
it's-
Yeah, but
it's-
he is acting on behalf of his people, not just on behalf of like a base or something. So yeah, that's a good point. I think I'll also give this a 4 because I quite enjoy this episode.
Yeah.
But not as much as a 5, 6, or 7.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's better than like mid. It's better than mid for sure, and mid would be like 3.5.
Yeah,
if we
it's
don't do
one that
enhancers.
I would comfortably rewatch without question.
Yeah.
But it's probably not one that's like, oh, I'm in the mood for lockdown. Like,
Right.
you know,
Under no circumstances have I
Do you
ever
know what I
thought
mean?
I'm in the mood for lockdown. Yeah.
I have.
And I
Many
mean-
times I've been in the mood for lockdown.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
I like to when I do my mood watches, I like to go, I want to watch the Anubis arc. So I'll start with like some of the episodes in season 5 where he gets mentioned and then he first comes in, and then some of the beginning of season 6, and then the end of it, and then bit of season 7, Lost City, and then I do this, and then I jump to Reckoning part 1 and 2 and Threads. So it's like
I can rarely remember myself, except maybe for like the powers that be, throwing on an episode of the later seasons. And technically, we're talking about, it's not mid, but 4 out of 7 is technically mid. But I would have to agree, this one is a 4.
Oh, wow.
Believe it or not, we all agree again. We've been doing that a little bit lately.
Yeah, you know what? And it's really fun and interesting as well because like we're very different people, the three of us, in many different ways. But there's one thing we can usually agree on, and that is how good a Stargate episode is. It's like the one thing that unites us. Unless it's
We
Grief
don't have
Candle.
radically different views about it generally. Yeah.
Yeah. There are some episodes
excuse
where
me.
it's like, what are you smoking, Nicole?
Can you speak to the great Pelops?
I like it. It's a fun time. It was the 90s.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's not an excuse.
How dare you?
All right,
so,
who we got?
4s. Yeah, so we've got Anthony. This one is a 4 for me. Homo Urpel, 4.2 halvesies, so 4 chevrons, really. Candy Mitch, 6. Jacob said, now imagining Anubis as various animals. Lol. Yeah, he hitched a ride on a polar bear.
Another Lost reference.
Yeah, Gene Diada 4, Gecko Fett 4, Kevin Weaver, I'll give it a 5. Lockwatcher 6, as a bottle show, this is a complete standalone episode. I mean, not if you watch Atlantis 5 minutes later. Didn't feel it. And it is a major
See what he's
milestone in eliminating Anubis once and for all, brackets we hope. The end reminds me of Ghost in the Machine. Yeah, I feel that vibe. A 6 is quite high, but I respect it. You like what you like. Raj Luthra, 5 out of 7. They could have brought back Jonas. That would have been nice. Jed Ted, 5. Joe Citizen, hi, 5. Stuart Miller, 4. And I'm not doing the noise. Nick Nah, 4. Jacob, 4. Decent story, ending not best, but Gavin Hood adds a ton of gravitas. My favorite guest star this season. Almost my favorite guest star this season.
Yeah.
Claudia Black's coming.
Oh,
Dan
yes,
Ben,
Claudia.
4 out of 7. And Joe Citizen has put in some of the ratings for the last episodes.
There we go.
Yeah. All right. Wow. Fun and a bun. So for people who are newer here, I'm going to say it now, between comments of when people do their ratings, I cycle through them and I say, go, blah, 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 no, 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 and I do it every time. And this time
It's
I was
like almost a musical.
yeah.
Do.
Yeah, I can't help it. And I didn't realize I was doing it until you guys roasted me.
Oh
Time
no, it's adorable. It's adorable.
to switch series, folks.
Oh, let's put on my Atlantis hat. I almost feel like I
Yes.
need to change my backdrop and put like more Atlantis stuff. All I have is just one postcard that has the city on it.
You
That's
need
I
okay.
need to move some things around.
like one of those.
You got lemons.
She does.
I do have lemons. They are real lemons, and I should probably remove them from
I was
this
gonna
room
say,
because they're
change it
probably
when
going
they
to
get moldy.
start to go off.
You need like one of those things where it looks like a set of blinds, and it's SG-1 on one side, and then you
I
pull
just
the
go,
blind,
"Ching!"
and they. Now we're in Atlantis.
Yes.
You're gonna need some
I
really
actually
expensive
love that
triple
idea.
blinds when Universe comes about. It's gonna be like,
Actually, the
3
universe will be watched
boxes.
alone. So,
Yeah, that will be watched alone.
yeah, as well as the last 2
yeah.
seasons of Atlantis. Yep.
Bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Bumps me
So
out.
we are going to go watch Hide and Seek.
So just quickly before we start, for people who don't know, Evie's got some mic trouble. Just ignore it. We'll move on. And hopefully
It
next
should be
week it will be
okay.
better. So apologies for that. She'll come in and out. Just do your best to hear all her interesting facts. So
All right. We got it.
Cool.
You guys ready to rock and roll?
yeah.
You pulled out that DVD and inserted the new Blu-ray? Or pulled out the old Blu-ray and inserted the new Blu-ray?
Yeah.
Or if you're on Pluto and you've got commercials, because Stargate's on Pluto now, or anywhere where there's commercials, just fast forward ahead to the time code and continue to watch with us. So here we go. None of Atlantis have the MGM logo for us in the front. And we're going to get started in 5, 4, 3. Welcome back to Wormhole Extremists. My name is David. I'm with Yvie.
Hello.
And Nicole.
Hello.
And this is Hide and Seek, Stargate Atlantis 103. And that was mice.
And that is the gene therapy.
Yes.
So meese.
I'm assuming
So
not Lantian mice.
Yeah.
Exactly, they would be Atlantean Mies. So we're picking up just a couple of days after the team arrived on Atlantis, so everyone's sort of still settling in from the events of Rising. I love how excited McKay is. He's practically bursting out of his skin with excitement about this gene therapy, and it kind of feels like classic McKay compensating for childhood exclusion. Like the brilliant kid who was never quite part of the group now has a chance to literally have the special gene that makes him belong. And I think for someone who prides himself on intellect, being genetically locked out of ancient technology must feel like the ultimate unfairness.
The way he just insulted Carson's medicine as well, like just being like, "Oh, your medicine's basically voodoo," and then Carson like slaps his arm, and then he keeps going with the needle. This whole thing is so funny. And
It's also
safe?
like it's
as
a
far
lot
as
of
gene
dark
therapy
humor.
goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
It's a lot of
FDA
dark
approval
humor
and everything
about
else.
medical ethics.
Yeah, it's like, hey, it's all good, Rodney. We've all gone through gene therapy in the last few years, so you're good.
it's the way he's staring. That's how I deal with my vaccinations. I just stare
Yeah.
at it in panic.
Oh no, you never look at the needle.
I know. Well, I've learned to not look now, but before when my phobia was really bad, I've gotten a bit over it. Still
Yeah,
can't look
I've gotten used to it too. Oh, yeah.
You're just
That
running a
was
small
Megan.
wheel. A desire for Stilton and Swiss and all the
I
different
love how
kinds.
he's found himself an ancient fidget spinner.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so begins the episodes of them picking up random ancient hardware in order to move the plot forward.
Yeah.
Of course. So
Homer said, a really
Grodin,
thick needle. It was massive.
it was pretty big. So Grodin is sort of finally answering the question I had last episode about whether they always need someone with the gene around to operate everything. Not all ancient technology apparently requires the gene
No,
to
just
operate.
sensitive
So
stuff.
that sort of explains how the expedition can function without having gene carriers stationed at every console.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And David, in your Craig Veroni interview, he mentioned creating Grodin's accent himself, and he kind of imagined the character born in India, educated in Britain, was like his vision. So the producers actually kept pushing him to make the accent lighter and more British, which sort of bummed him out a bit. So he actually thought his original version would have given Grogan sort of a more warmer characteristic and made him more charismatic. But anyway.
Shepard's not exactly behaving as much of a leader of all these soldiers watching him fart around.
That's just him
true.
behaving them, which is nice. Oh, this is great. I loved how hard he went in for
didn't
that.
hesitate.
Yeah.
But like, if you look though, Grodin wasn't the only one not to hesitate. Like McKay barely finished saying "I'm ready" before Shepard like yeeted him off the balcony.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
I think the enthusiasm everyone shows for potentially hurting McKay is like kind of like in the name of science is pretty pretty telling.
Kevin Weaver said this episode actually shows not only Rodney but also Ford having a heroic moment before they forgot and stopped giving his character development.
Ford. That's
Oof.
true.
Yeah.
Shots fired at Atlantis for that. I think in a way they kind of had too many characters to focus on with Atlantis, and some characters unfortunately shined brighter than other ones. And I wish the writing was able to provide more for.
I'm asking Rob
everyone's-
that when he comes back. Like,
Yeah.
how do you've replaced
Juggle
characters before. How do you do it without speaking of anyone specifically? Like, how does that come about? Are you feeling that the actor is not rising to the occasion and giving you material to create? Are you feeling that you're just not able to do everything with the character that you wanted to do? And it's like, well, you got to do something. I hope that he has a little bit of meat to his answer, but I can't expect too much.
I love this intro, and it's our first time seeing it together as a group, guys.
And I love the
this is-
font.
Yes.
It's a pretty font.
It is
I'm
a
not
good
gonna lie,
font.
guys. This is a bit emotional. It's like we've moved on to our second Stargate show. Like, this is a big deal.
It is.
I never thought we'd climb out of season 2, to be honest. So here we are.
Climb out.
Yeah, that
So,
was a struggle.
So this episode, as we mentioned in lockdown, aired as like sort of a bit of a double feature, and both shows featured energy beings. But if I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure that in regards to the ratings, I think lockdown did actually beat this episode. I would
Really
think.
interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
And
yeah, okay.
this is also kind of a franchise milestone, kind of. So this is the first episode in any Stargate production where Jack O'Neill isn't seen or even mentioned. And
Yo.
in terms of milestones, this is David Warry Smith's swan song here. So this is the last episode, his 12th and final episode directing for the Stargate franchise.
Interesting.
Oh, this is so funny. Just the way that McKay's, they're like, wait, can you eat?
Yeah.
Christopher Heyerdahl. He just got hired to do the new season of Into the Vampire, and season 3 being renamed The Vampire Lestat. And that will be his
Ooh, are you
third
excited?
time. Yeah, it's his third time playing a vampire because he was also most notably in Volturi in Twilight. So I am so excited to see him in that show because Christopher Heyerdahl is a babe. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I love Rodney just like just giving
pouring
up
it
and
out.
just
Giving
pouring the
himself a
rest of
bath,
it out. Yeah. But like honestly, can you imagine McKay going even like a few hours without coffee or food? Like someone on Reddit had the right idea. They said, drink your coffee first, then put on the experimental ancient device.
That's right.
You know, it's episode 3 technically, and they're already chemistrying so well. You know, you can like McKay is like fireworks with everyone, and I'm loving it. It's just so funny.
I'm a dead man.
And it helps obviously that we already know him, so people are familiar.
That's
so you can
why
easily jump in.
you really want to,
It
lean
links
into
them
that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of like a bridge between
Yep.
SG-1 and Atlantis, having that familiar
Works.
face.
So well.
So this tension about whether to trust the Athosians with security, I think, is done quite well. So it's that classic "we need you, but we don't trust you yet" kind of dynamic that we see. We see quite a bit on SG-1, like with the Toker and the Jafar and things like that. So Weir's clearly inherited Hammond's playbook. Like allies are great, but the base security does come first.
That's correct.
Yeah. Homo Herbal said they forgot about the air supply to McKay. Yeah.
I
let's
think
not think
it's.
too hard.
I think it this perforates for that.
Yeah. Air's
I
allowed.
don't
in.
want to
Basically,
kill.
they need
It's
to
designed for humanoids. So
they need to
Yeah.
turn like coffee into air somehow, like vapors almost, and maybe that'll get in.
Coffee
I
vapors.
know a lot of
Yeah.
caffeine freaks who would agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. He's
Definitely.
like
He's so whiny.
simultaneously melodramatic and like genuinely in mortal danger.
Yeah. Someone asked, I saw someone say something and I want to just quick find it. There it is, Log Watcher. David, is there ever an explanation of how Halling was injured, how he broke his leg or something?
No, so he's on crutches, but I couldn't find any verification on whether he was actually injured or not.
It does suggest he was injured in the escape from the Wraith prison
Yeah.
on the Hive
Maybe
ship.
that's it.
So I think I was reading on Reddit that Christopher Heyerdahl did injure himself in real life, but I couldn't verify that with any other sources, sorry, but it might have been on the DVD commentary.
Yeah, I like to think that Jinto was running around being a little turd, like he's about to be, and his dad chased him down and then like fell over on the stairs or something. So
Yeah, it's
Or-
interesting that they never address it.
yeah,
No, they
or he
don't.
tripped on one of those 10,000-year-old dead plants
That's
are
right.
still there.
That's
So just-
still not cleaned up yet.
Yes. Well, that was on I can't remember his character's name now.
More
Oh
information.
my God, Grodin.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's on
We
plant
had told
duty.
Grodin to get rid of the dead plants at the start of the episode.
Should have sent botany over to do that. They could.
Yeah,
look at
that's
it and
exactly
study it.
right.
Yeah.
Instead of
Do we
isn't
have
that
botany
a
at this
lovely?
stage?
Yeah, they
I assume they'd
probably
have a
are not.
botanist.
Yeah, they
Well,
show
they probably
up.
need like someone.
They show up in
Mm.
Runner
know.
for the first time. So
Yeah.
speaking of
But I'm
vampires,
sure they're there.
yeah,
So this true code self-destruct system sounds very similar to what they adopted at the SGC back on Earth, and we obviously saw evidence of that in lockdown.
Yeah.
And I think Craig Veroni admitted on Dial the Gate that he found the technobabble really challenging to memorize, bless him.
yes, tricky stuff.
Yeah, because you see someone like David Hewlett who has to memorize like wads and wads of information and
In
does
his
it
own
well.
accent.
Yes, his own accent.
So that line was originally supposed to be Rainbow, and
Bit young, isn't he?
Joe took it from him.
Oh.
Did he ask permission to take
I
the line
don't
from him?
know, but it was
I just
originally
assumed that-
scripted to be Ford.
I'd assume that
didn't
Ford
know
is a bit
that.
young, has a bit young in experience, and I
But he's
assume
Yeah.
a weapons. He's specifically a weapons jughead. So that's
Yeah.
his function.
that makes sense. Oh, this makes me cringe. It's
Jughead is
so
the wrong
It is
term. I
very
didn't mean to
bad.
use that, but yeah, Jughead means stupid person.
I always
that's
just think of Archie comics.
that is a character in Riverdale.
Yeah.
One of the smartest one.
So is he
Well,
describing?
excuse me, it's Archie.
Is
So
he describing
Friday the
what's
13th.
Friday the 13th. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
which is funny because David Hewlett actually appeared in the series Friday the 13th, but it's not connected to the movies. It's a different plot. But yeah.
This shows just how important context is for fear. To
Mhm.
watch.
Homer Apple said, "What happens when McKay needs to pee? Could he drown?"
Could he drown? It'll just start accumulating at the bottom.
That's so
Probably
funny.
not, but he would
Yeah.
probably suffocate.
That is really funny. Homer Apple, I'm really enjoying all of this. It's great.
So Shepard was just talking about hockey. So it's kind of interesting that knowing that RDA is actually a massive hockey fan and he brought that love of the sport to his character, you know, specifically in like the earlier seasons. And the writers are basically saying, you know, yes, they're both wisecracking Air Force officers, but Shepard is not Jack 2.0.
They're different people.
He doesn't like hockey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Exactly. And there's the reference
SGA,
right there.
Balcony says, "I love how the Athosian kids are not moved by the story, but they immediately ask about the game."
Yeah, they wanna
it's
play.
funny what kids focus on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Now that would have been a great follow-up at the end of this episode to have a scene of them all trying to figure out hockey. Like having McKay, like, I may be Canadian, but I don't know really anything.
I don't do sports.
So I have a question, and I'm pretty sure we discussed this at some point in our SG-1 podcast, but like, are they supposed to be 10,000-year-old ancient mattresses? Because they were definitely not hauling bedding through the Stargate when they arrived.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's kind of grungy.
I hope they like have some sort of like, you know what, actually,
Something to desanitize it.
the laundry area of this place, you know, like where did the ancients wash their stuff?
In the sea.
Ew, salty. I love that
I wish
he
we
was
had
allowed to
more
bring a
scenes
personal
like that. Yep.
item, and he brought this and popcorn
And
What
War
a
and
guy.
Peace.
Yeah.
That's right. And he later adds the Johnny Cash poster, doesn't he?
Yeah.
What is he plugging it into? Is it just a disc?
I don't
Is it
know.
playing on a DVD drive? I'm not sure.
Maybe. So does anyone else think that this, like he's talking about a Hail Mary pass. So does anyone else think that the Hail Mary is also meant to represent the whole Atlantis mission? Like it's a second chance desperation move that succeeds against all odds? And
I
that
think
kind of
it's a
sounds like
fair-
a lot of the
yeah.
plot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit on the nose.
Kevin Weaver, the closest McKay gets to sports is being a mathlete. Oh, he does try karate.
He can still
Yeah,
break out
with
into a
Ronan.
sweat.
He can.
I just feel like this isn't the room that they should also be like doing this chill thing in, because it's the gate room basically. It's like, guys, go find like make a mess hall and set this up in there, you know.
The first
But
time that
whatever.
I met David Hewlett, I sent him a little criticism for being like, you know, McKay should really smile a little bit more. He should be more fun. And I was thinking of this scene in particular. He's just so miserable.
Well,
and
'cause he thinks he's dying.
He
what
thinks he's just
David should have
wallowing
said,
in self-pity.
yep, is that it wasn't a good night for McKay. I was like, you know what? That's right. That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He doesn't smile often. I love how irritable
No.
he is. Something
Uh-huh.
about him being so irritable is, I find it, I don't know, I find it really fun. It's just, you know.
I mean, he has a little bit of a better time later on, especially once Keller enters the picture. Because he's smiling for someone at that point, because he's beginning to
Yes.
actuing kind of resemble something
Beginning
called
to
being
live
happy.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So watching Jinto kind of run off into the depths of Atlantis is kind of unintentionally prophetic. Like this is actually his last episode on the show, the actor.
Yeah.
And like many kid actors in sci-fi, he kind of just vanishes. So
Yeah.
years
just like
later,
Baltica.
Joe
Just like
Malozzi
Foxy.
even joked on Twitter that maybe Jinto's still playing hide and seek somewhere in Atlantis with his skeleton waiting to be discovered, which is so morbid.
I wish that he had come back in later seasons, just for a guest spot.
Yeah, I would have loved to see him properly, like when the Athosians all got taken,
Mm-hmm.
because you just see Harling, but you don't see Jinto or anything. And I was
Mm-hmm.
just like, oh, well, where's your kid at? What's going on?
I could see him eventually serving the Atlantis expedition as a soldier in just a few years. I mean, he's 14 here, so he'd be 19 by the end of the show. He could be serving in some small capacity.
Yeah.
I do want that Wraith mask.
Lockwatcher just said that Paul McGillen and Rachel Luttrell, who did the commentary for this episode, said that McKay and David Hewlett are very much alike, and so David was very comfortable in the role.
Yes, yeah. I think a lot of people were describing him as a bit of a curmudgeon, like David Hewlett. So
no,
he
David
kind of
Hewlett
merged
really
into that that role quite well.
I think David Hewlett maybe shares like some things, some characteristics that McKay has.
Well,
but
both got a love of science.
Of course.
Yeah, but I think that David Hewlett is such a I don't know. He's every time I've met him, he's so wonderful, happy, and engaging to be with.
But he loves playing McKay, though.
Yeah.
You know who McKay is based on, right?
Is it Robert C?
That's correct.
Brilliant.
Yes, and I couldn't believe that for the longest time, until like one conversation at one point, and I saw it. It's like, that's it, right there. That's
so
McKay.
what I'm hearing is that I'm actually head over heels for Rob C.
That's the truth.
Oh, who wouldn't
Not
be?
David Hewlett.
He's a genius.
That bald head. There's so many cool sci-fi ideas brewing inside of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm into it.
So the
Ooh, fog.
Yeah, it's very
Someone
foggy.
left a door open on one of the piers, letting the sea fog in.
So I think the visual effects team must have been sharing notes between shows, because the way that they portrayed this particular entity is kind of very similar to Anubis in Lockdown.
Yeah.
Darren and I eventually started saying, while we watched the show, if the power gets cut off in Atlantis one more time, we're going to go postal. Because every time we turned around, it was like there was always something going on. Power or going off, I should say.
So I was kind of looking at this episode the other day and sort of looking at the identical plots, obviously. And I think although Lockdown and Hide and Seek do share some similarities, I think the vibes are very different.
Okay.
So this episode sort of plays like a classic horror movie with like genuine dread hanging over everything. Because we're only sort of days into the expedition and we barely understand what the Wraith are capable of.
Yep.
And Atlantis itself is still this massive unknown entity. And the city is almost like a main character that we know nothing about. So over on SG-1, they're dealing with a familiar enemy in a familiar place. So here everything is more alien and potentially lethal, I think, which makes even a shadow feel like an existential threat. So
you just don't even know what anything
It's
could
a
be
whole
here, which is
unknown.
what makes it so exciting.
Yes.
An alien race built the place we're living in. God knows what's going on in there.
And they haven't even explored all of the city. They just can't. So
no. By next season, yes, they will have explored around a third of it, according to the conversation between. No, season 3 they will have explored about a third, because that's the same season that the Pegasus Project aired.
Yeah, I was going to say, to quote my favorite character from that episode, it must be full of so many souvenirs.
Yeah.
Joe Citizen said who, I believe, in response to Rob C. We mean Robert C. Cooper.
Robert C. Cooper.
Robert C. Cooper, yeah.
Lockwatcher David is claustrophobic and germophobic and more. I'm assuming he's talking about Hewlett, because I'm not.
Yeah, as a comparison to McKay. I find it so fantastic that a character who's so misogynistic and so arrogant and so nasty was given 5 seasons of television to just continue and then grow from that. I love Stargate for giving so many fantastic chances to characters like McKay, so I'm really chuffed.
If the fans universally hated him, he would have been gone.
Yeah.
But you would have had to have seen it diminish in the numbers
fans have a big
as well.
pull.
Redemption, part 1 and 2, man, they did a lot.
That's it. McKay. Redemption is
it was
not
his redemption.
Just a double entendre. It's like a triple entendre.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dan Ben said, what do they really find in Atlantis, really? A flying city, that's the bog standard, like...
Yeah.
There's not that much in there. It's just mainly just the wow factor.
I mean, that would kind of make sense. They've never been in a space like this before.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're used to living, I guess they're like kind of nomadic, aren't they?
Right. I mean, they have superior technology to us in certain ways, but
Yes.
they're also in the city of their ancestors, and that would be really freaky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be.
Pause your basket weaving.
Be hard to do it with no light basket weaving.
I love that this Jinto storyline is how they found the transport stations.
Yes.
And I'm really
Which means they
looking
don't have to
forward-
take the stairs.
And I'm really looking forward to the storm in the eye with the bickering between like, is this place even close to a transporter? Oh, Elizabeth is. And
I
mine.
don't remember this scene.
It's a brisk walk away.
This episode is 43-41. I don't.
You don't remember this scene?
No, I don't.
I watched it, like, I really liked rewatching this episode, also because I only had 2 Atlantis DVDs for the longest time, and it was these, I think Up to Home I had on DVD.
Right.
And so these are the only ones I had to rewatch like crazy, so.
I don't remember that scene. I'm going to have to go and check.
Yeah.
Oh, the discussion about whether fainting is
He
manly.
fainted due to manly hunger. It was
Yeah.
manly hunger.
Well, it's mangry. You
Yes.
know, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's low blood sugar.
See, that should be in trivia. Manly hunger.
Yeah, good point. But only like 2 or
Manly
3 of
hunger.
us would be willing to even approach it. Like Jacob, you, me, Darren. I don't think anyone else could do it. So,
I'd thoroughly enjoy it. The challenge would be fun.
oh, for heaven's sakes. Does this city have anything
lights
else going
gone
on
out.
other than lights going on and off?
I think the budget means
should
that they
start
can't really
making
do
a
much
tally.
but turn
Yeah.
the lights off. So
I sold a couple of these ceiling bubbles, these triangles, prop
Oh,
ones.
yeah.
Just the plastic piece, not the surrounding frame. But we had 2 or 3 of them. Someone was a Zelda fan.
Oh, it just
hello.
passes in by, doesn't it?
hey, it's the thing from Lost.
Very similar to the smoke monster, yeah.
It's more losty than the
Other one was, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, the effect is very similar. Just the
Yeah.
edges of the screen are different. And I was like, what is going on here? This is more just shadow, and that's scary and cool.
Yeah.
But they both seem to, well, I guess on this International Space Station, Anubis, for whatever reason, shut down the power, which I never understood because he never shut down the systems of the SGC. But that's neither here nor there for this episode.
Oh dear.
Mm-hmm.
It wants power.
Yeah, let's not take the power from the Nakoda generator. We don't got much. We
Right.
got limited supplies. No
Yeah.
GPMs yet. Let's chill.
So Jinto let it out? Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Little accident.
Damn
He
it.
let it out from the device from Sight Unseen.
That's it.
I was gonna say I want to
Sight
sight unseen
unseen
that episode. Yeah, I was gonna bring that up as well. I was gonna say, why don't we shove Anubis in that thing?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Because it just helps. It helps console him that he's holding a power bar.
Yes.
What
It's like
was
a
that? Does
security
anyone know what that
power bar.
was?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
It looked like some kind of brand.
I'm sure it was a brand.
Or it's like a knockoff brand, like when they rename things and change like one letter.
Lockwatcher, the effect also reminds me of the Ghost in Ghosts. I've not seen Ghosts. I've seen Ghost. Demi was amazing. Swayze was amazing. Goldberg was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, Whoopi was great in that.
She was brilliant. Morticia? Damn, girl,
Petter
what
was
do you do
watching
with your
that film
hair?
for the first time the other day, and I was like, "Have you never seen Ghost?" And he's like, "No, I want to see how it turns out." I was like, "What?"
Good.
It's such an odd movie. I think I watched it for the first time ages ago,
Yeah.
but I rewatched it recently with my cousin and my sister who'd never seen it, and they were like, "What is
Whoa.
this?" It just was not what they were expecting.
There's a
Yeah.
film called Always. They came out at about the same time and are very similar to each other in terms of a person who is past trying to find ways to connect to the deceased, and they can only really kind of touch them when they get close to death. So go and watch Always. Good movie. What's his face? Mr. Holland's opus. American Graffiti. Yeah.
Richard Dreyfuss?
Richard Dreyfuss, thank you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, Stargate Atlantis. You guys know the sound effects?
Cool.
You recognize the sound effect when someone does transport is the ring transporter sound
It's
effect?
the ring transport, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I always
But it
found that
doesn't-
interesting because it's like the original.
Uh-huh,
Like,
but there's no light effect. So I guess they've worked
Well,
that
I mean,
problem out in the
I guess
Pegasus Galaxy.
it makes sense because, it's built by the same people.
I
Is it
don't
built by the
know who
same
built
people?
the
I don't
rings. I
know.
would think
Yeah,
that
the
the
ancients
ancients
built the
built
rings,
the
'cause they
rings.
built the
Surely
gates.
it's the ancients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's in their
Sorry,
it's in like
sorry,
Antarctica.
Hold on. No, I was going to quote,
That's
right,
true.
season 9, like they talked about how the ancients and Merlin was technically an ancient and he had a ring
So it would have
transport
rings.
down
Yeah, there you
down
go.
under Glastonbury Cavern, so
Okay, I stand
There you go.
corrected.
There
With
you
bells
go.
on. And they were using them
look,
as
all those
storage closets.
yeah.
Yes, they were.
Well, this makes sense. I mean, this is their first time in this space. They don't know what things
It's
are.
just an ancient, cabinet of some sort.
Uh-huh.
Closet, yeah.
Look how annoyed McKay looks. Like, look at him. He's just so irritable with this kid around.
Kids, yeah.
So different wig for Rachel this week.
You think?
It looks like they
Yeah, I
planned
think
it.
so.
The
It
other
looks-
one was a bit more floofy at the top.
It was a bit more floofy, yeah.
In a couple
Either
of
they've
episodes,
brushed it or
they'll
it's
definitely
different.
have her shorter.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. There are not many wigs she has in this show that I actually like.
The shorter ones I love.
Yeah,
I've
season
always
4.
loved the shorter Rachel's hair is, like down to her real hair. I love her real hair. The shorter
Yeah.
it gets, the
Oh,
better.
her real hair is
Beautiful,
beautiful.
yeah.
Season 4, I love her hair. I think most there. I think it's the most palatable.
At least it's not Carter bad. It's not
Right?
that bad.
Mm.
Yeah, they make the entity like run around in a circle, chasing the power
Uh-oh.
sources.
Here we go.
SGA balcony views said never understood how and why the boxes suddenly are back in the transporter because they were always in the transporter. So it's kind of like the rings, right? So
Yeah.
when, like, for example, when Vala calls like the Jafar to go get them to like come and attack, she stands in the ring transport and then they swap them out. You
Yep.
know, it's like that.
Yeah. Sometimes you can
technology.
use it to exchange stuff in different places. Sometimes you
Yeah.
can just it just moves stuff from one spot to another. Basically, it depends on what the plot needs it to do.
That's another point. Joe Citizen brought up how the Ori had unique rings. Yeah, so the Ori
Yeah.
had the same kind of rings that the Ancients did. So again,
Yeah.
there's the Ancient connection. So
Yeah. But they
And they
also
look like
built
Stargates,
the Stargates
so-
independently as well.
yeah.
So it's one of those retcons that Arc of Truth muddled a little bit by introducing all the Stargates
Yeah.
came later after Emilius left for the Milky Way galaxy. It's like, okay, well, maybe you stole it from an Ori scientist who got religion. That's what I think he did.
Okay.
Yeah, that guy's the enemy now anyway, so. He had a good idea. We're going to run with it because they're not for a while, or at least they're going to do it with their guys. So.
Yeah.
That's who I should have on, Emilius.
Do it.
I will.
See, this is the great thing for people who are coming over from Dial the Gate is that David is often inspired to bring people on based on the
Often.
episodes we just watched.
Yeah,
He
there are
is.
people low enough down the totem pole that I just haven't gotten to them yet, even after 345
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah.
Stackhouse,
so
you
guys-
jerk.
So insert lazy joke here about Ford being smoking hot.
Ha ha ha.
Right, build on that. Joe Citizen said, but unique markings on the Ori rings, I think. Yes, that had a very
Yeah,
shiny,
very Celtic.
Very nice aesthetic.
It's very ornate.
While the rings that we have in the Milky Way are very much just kind of look like the Stargates themselves. That kind of
Yes.
bulkiness.
I really would have loved to have seen an Ori gate. We get James Robbins uses the Milky Way gate for the wall, the paintings in the in Celestis, but there was actually a fan who created the concept for an Ori Stargate, and it was pretty amazing.
Oh.
So, yeah.
I always thought that the Ori didn't really bother with gates because they wanted to like restrict their followers' movements and communication, especially with groups who might try to undermine them.
Yep.
That was always my thought process, which is why we didn't see them. Was the excuse I made in my head.
So it's an elevator as well as a transporter.
Yeah, I was.
Well, that
found
makes
I
sense.
think so. Yeah.
Okay.
depending
See,
on
the
what
thing is with this
buttons you
device
press.
is it's screaming like Milky Way gold.
It sure
stuff.
is. So they should have
Yes,
just hung a lantern on this
it
and say
is.
it's actually very similar to a device that SGC
SG-1.
discovered.
Yes, they could have done
They
that.
could have. It's just a scientific containment vessel. You can do several different things with it. So you can capture things with it. You can change the frequency of electromagnetic energy in the area.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
no.
so here's where we kind of start building the case that maybe the ancients weren't so enlightened after all.
Oh,
Like,
no,
this
they
is
were
our first
screw-ups.
hint that the ancestor narrative might sort of need some serious revision. So, like, basically, this thing's been cooped up for 10,000 years,
I was
and now
about
it
to
just
say,
wants to
that's
stretch
mental.
its legs. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be pissed too, like Osiris,
Yeah. Oh my God.
just chilling
yeah.
in a canopic jar for thousands of years. I don't
I'd be
think
so bored.
Or
I'm not gonna lie.
Marduk,
lie.
except a creature was trying to eat him the whole time.
I don't care like how ghouled I am, you know, like I would just off myself at that point. I'd be like, nah, mate.
How?
I find a way. I don't know. Maybe just like you know how like the symbiotes can like poison their hosts and stuff, and you
Yeah.
know when they go something like that.
Or just hope you get Epsteined. Anyway.
Oh.
Oh my God, David, that was so dark.
Well, very
Terrible.
topical, but yeah.
Oh, dear,
Anyway, so about Ford.
Hey, there he is. Look at that smile. That's my boy.
Aww. So I love how like he just tries to make this poor traumatized kid feel better
Stuff
by
happens.
saying that stuff happens. He's such a good egg.
What he really means is
Yes,
the
we
swear
know.
word happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love that. I love that Stargate's like, hey, we can't do that, so we're just gonna say stuff.
Yep.
And it still means the same thing. You
Yeah.
don't need to use the other expletive.
Well, so I
like-
actually played a card game with my mum that's called the swear word head, right? But when I was a kid, my mum didn't want me saying that, so
Yeah.
she was like, it's called silly head, and that's for years. That's what I called it, and people were like, what are you talking about?
Oh,
So,
that's cute.
In high school, I went to a Christian high school, and we weren't allowed to curse. And so, like,
I also went to a
couple
Christian school.
couple
Yeah.
of years into high school, like we started coming up with our own swear words, and one of them
Fun.
was plop, and
poop? With, like,
well, yeah,
swear
our substitute for the S word. And let me
Yeah.
tell you
Oh.
something: the more we used it, and we used it like once a week, like
Yeah.
the funnier it got.
Yeah.
Because we didn't use it a lot. And so like over the course of a year, you used it like 10, 20 times. Like it was really funny after a while.
Should we bring that back to this episode? Should we bring it back to our series to
I
start
don't
saying
know.
plop
Plop.
instead of that word from now?
We
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
So I wanted to just talk about McKay's use of the word mousetrap. So I think it kind of brings this containment device, like he calls the containment device a mousetrap, and I think it kind of brings this episode full circle. Because we started out the episode talking
With the
about
mice.
Beckett's lab mice, and now he's like dealing with the ancient equivalent, basically. So I think there's sort of an uncomfortable parallel here. So how is what Beckett's doing with his mice any different from the ancients trapping the energy being? So
are they saying that
being
the energy
like
being is
both
not
a
intelligent?
sentient, well, both are sentient creatures like caged for scientific observation and experimentation.
Yeah.
So the episode sort of subtly asks whether our heroes are really any more like are they more ethical than the ancients they're
Yeah.
criticizing?
Research
So at
indicates
least Beckett's
are
mice,
sentient.
well, Beckett's mice like they get food and water, but the entity got like 10,000 years of solitary confinement. So
Yeah, I'd go nuts.
Hopefully he
Also,
was a
we kind of-
bad thing.
yeah.
That would have
So
been
I
a great
think we kind of-
novel, Stargate Atlantis. You know, explain that away. Oh yeah, that thing that you guys found, it was actually the pet of someone, and it ate like a few ancient people, so we just put it in there.
Oh,
It got its just desserts.
It's
love
basically
that.
like jail, and then we're going to experiment on it at the same time.
yeah.
And we kind of mentioned this at the beginning, but McKay's trapped in the shield for a day, and somehow like his beard doesn't grow. He still looks quite fresh, even though he's probably had to soil himself in there.
Yeah.
And yeah, sort of never addressed, which is
Don't know if
probably a
that's-
good thing.
Don't know if this is true, Taylor, but it's a great. That's actually really
Yes.
really smart.
Yeah, make up whatever you need to help the kids sleep at night.
Just let him rest.
Superstition, but yeah,
Yeah.
everyone. She tells everyone because everyone's got the candle now.
Well, I got over like my fear of like storms and stuff because of the sound of music. Because of just how you know, when the kids are all scared and they go and see
Oh,
Maria.
my
and then
favorite
they're-
things.
Yeah, and then I used to sing that to myself at nighttime to be like, this is one of my favorite things. It's okay, you know, like it's fun and tell yourself what you need to sleep.
I grew up thinking I don't forgot who told it once. The Angels were playing bowling upstairs.
Bowling.
And I mean,
That's
that immediately
cute.
changes your train of thought, and it's like, okay, that's really cute. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's actually raining outside. There's a storm at the moment.
nice.
Enjoy it.
Oh, look how much
Still
food he's
chowing
eating.
down.
I love him so much.
Oh, it's so funny.
I love that Elizabeth brought a candle as well. Like she didn't need it, but she was, you know, kind of like vibing with the Athosians, connecting with them a little bit by
Oh,
doing
exactly.
You think it's an Earth candle? I
this.
doubt
No,
it.
it's an Athosian one. No,
Yeah,
it's an
it's an
Athosian
Well,
one.
it
I'm saying
can't,
that
it can't be an Earth
I'm saying
candle.
that she got one of their candles to
I
kind
see.
of like,
Yeah.
you know, bond, build a little thing. Yeah, look at
And he's
McKee's
got this.
ass.
He's got the flashlight.
The arrogance.
Oh yeah, they're trying to trap it.
Yeah, they didn't bother dressing it up at all for this show.
So again, I saw these episodes like not in order. So I saw this actually before I saw the season 6 episode, Sight Unseen.
Okay.
So I was like, oh,
They
that's
stole
where
it
they
from
got that
Atlantis.
prop from. Yeah.
And Rodney's
Here
first
it
true act of
comes.
heroism is coming up.
I know.
Yes.
I love when he's a hero because, like, you know, like he's a real coward. So when he truly does like heroism, like
Uh-huh.
damn, he,
Yeah, he's got it,
it
deep,
fits well.
deep down inside of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're so used to him being a jerk.
I'm gonna need a bigger boat. I think that's a Jaws
That is
reference.
a Jaws reference.
Look, it's been in there 10,000 years. It knows what it is. It's like I'm not falling for it
Exactly.
again.
Well,
I don't know if I would know my containment vessel from the outside.
it kind of touched it,
Did it?
and then it's just like, yeah, it looked like it kind of
Like he
hovered over there.
escaped out of it. So, I'm
So-
sure when he crawled out, he was like, "Oh, that's what I was." Doing.
Yeah. So in the words of Happy Gilmore, "That's your home. Are you too good for your home?"
It was a pretty good effect.
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
Wasn't bad. It's a lot. It is smart.
A mouse can you know, throw a trap and get the cheese out of it afterwards. I mean, there's gradations of intelligence. Lights on, lights off.
Oh my god, calm down. Yeah, thank you, Taylor.
So,
for, you know, the
I
empathy.
guess they'll just have to figure out what it wants. What's its motivation?
I know. What's your motivation?
You know, from Galaxy Quest.
Yes.
What's its motivation?
I played
Yeah.
I played Richard III. Yeah, Ted, size matters not. Yes, this is true. He'll fit in there. It's bigger on the inside than the outside, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to watch McKay be a hero. And then I'm looking forward to him doing it again in Before I Sleep. Like, he's got his moments.
Before I Sleep is great.
I can't wait for that. That's
Top
gonna be
5
highly
for me.
recommended. Yep, same. That's one of the last era episodes of Atlantis I watched, actually. It was so phenomenal. I honestly, I was so shocked how fantastic it was.
So they're going to have 4 generators after this? At least 4.
Yeah. They're going to go on a ZPM hunt.
Yeah. So before Pegasus Galaxy, M in M4X stood for moon. And now that we're here, M stands for Pegasus planets.
That's not a moon, David. That's a space
Space station. Yeah,
I love that.
here we go. So rig it to shut itself down when it gets to the other side. Then you can go through, and as long as you've pushed it
Honestly,
far
I
enough
hope
away
this
from the
creature
vortex, you can go in and get it back once it's moved
goes
on.
to like
That's true,
whatever
they could do that.
planet it wants to like just have a good tasty snack. Like I hope he's having the best time on whatever planet he's on.
Yeah.
You know,
It's increased in volume just a little bit.
it almost looks like it has the same like effect as the water, the waviness. It's like almost they used the same
It's a
kind of
particle
shot.
effect. Yeah, it's very similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
No work. Kevin Weaver said they'll always have plot -1 generator.
Well said.
Uria's touch from sick pervert to lovable wacko. Sick pervert. McKay?
You know what? Yeah. I think
Yeah, she
that
has
there
a
was a
McKay
level. There
reference.
was a level of that. Yeah.
But a pervert, though? Pervert is very specific.
Well,
Definitely
he made
like
some kind of like sexually
some
explicit
lightly
comments
perverted comments.
to
Yeah.
Sam, but yeah.
Not okay for work
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Yeah.
True, yeah. Not
Look at
work
him be a
safe.
hero. Look at him go.
Here we go.
I know.
So proud of him.
You want to push me off the balcony again, Shepard?
Aw.
Get me down there?
What I love is this really proves that like they roast him and make so much fun of him, but like in this moment it's like, oh, McKay's actually like
Yeah,
one of us.
it's
He's one
on.
of the good guys.
Yep.
Yeah. And that proves that he can go out into the field if he like needs to, if something needs to be done when worse comes to worse. This is cool.
This is
The
kind of
hardest
cool.
part of your job is not about risking your own life. It's watching
about
your
letting
friends
others-
take chances with theirs.
I want to thank Stargate SG-1 for giving me that quote.
Yeah.
Ben
This is a
Browder.
cool effect. The Stargate's like not the Stargate. It's kind of like a negative, like,
Yeah.
I don't know why they did that, but it's cool. Go fetch.
And I love that at the end of all this, he's fainted again.
Yes, and he ends up several meters away from the generator.
Maybe he tried
He
to
was
walk
walking
away.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Wiki wiki. Depleted it.
Well, it turns out that Weir's theory about the ancient failsafe kind of proves right. It waited until it was like safe to disengage
Mm.
from
Yes.
McKay.
We're depleted, so like, you know, I find that a bit crazy that like, he got very lucky that he didn't like
Just in the nick of time.
Melt,
That's
yeah.
never happened before in Stargate.
yeah.
At
The
all.
ancients are always watching over them, you know, that little
How
bit. Omer's
unusual.
come over here and decided to lend a hand.
The ancestors really don't care about us unless we start mucking around with Ascension.
That's why I'm saying it's Omer. She's
Yeah.
just there watching
Just
everyone.
Oma?
Maybe she has a friend. Well, maybe she has some.
Her name is Chaya Sar.
Little group of friends, and they're over here
She
helping.
is on Proculus, I think. Yeah.
So I think if I'm not mistaken, these personal shields pop up
Jesus
again
Christ,
in
so
McKay and
ungrateful.
Mrs. Miller and Irresponsible.
Yes.
Mm.
Your microphone is healed, Yvie. Don't know
Yeah.
what you did.
Yeah, I
but
know.
keep doing
It's
it.
been solid blue the whole time. I don't know
You
what's
may
going
want
on.
to play with
Investigate
it this
that.
week and find out. That was hide and seek. What'd you guys think?
Oh, you know what? It's like when we first started doing Wormhole Extremists. It's like, it's not that I don't love doing it now. It's just there's such a nice excitement for something new, even though it's not new, but new-ish.
New faces,
New faces.
new folks. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Alrighty, folks.
I forgot about that. I can hear the typewriter.
Acme Shark.
Yeah, yeah.
I keep meaning to ask them, what was the origin of Acme Shark?
It's really good.
Yeah. So this one is a 4 for me. I enjoy the episode. It's a great utilization of the characters right after the pilot. More of a bottle show. Very similar on a number of levels, like we've said before, to Lockdown.
Yeah.
It's got a lot going for it. Everyone is kind of finding their place. Atlantis characters may have found their footing in certain ways quicker than SG-1 did.
Yeah.
If you look at the first SG-1 episodes, 6 or 7 episodes as a whole, some of them are rougher than others. But Atlantis really has its crap together
It
in
hit
terms.
the ground running.
That's right, and I think that's largely
Well,
because the writers know what they're doing. So
Yeah,
I give it a
and
4.
yeah, they kind of had that padding, that SG-1 padding to base their show off of. They
Yeah.
weren't starting
that
from scratch.
sweet
So
padding.
that
Yeah.
sweet pattern, they had a foundation.
Yeah.
So I do enjoy this episode. Probably a little less now that we've watched it alongside Lockdown because of all the kind of
Comparisons.
almost lazy similarities.
Yeah.
But I don't know, maybe they were kind of, that's the vibe that they were going for, to kind of ease the fan base into Atlantis. I don't know what the point was, but yeah, I think I'd probably give it a 4.
Okay.
No, what did I give the last episode? A 5?
4.
A 4.
No,
Yeah,
we all
I
gave
think
it
a
4s.
4.
Yeah.
I do like it. I mean, it's the last time I think we really see the Athosian children.
Yeah.
And they kind
we
of
see them. Don't we see them in Captured by Michael? There's no kids there.
No, as far as I remember,
Okay.
there might have been in the background, but I don't even see
maybe.
Jinto.
It's very generous. It's very generous
They
of
don't
him.
really. They just don't really feature much in the plot.
No.
And I don't know whether they kind of figured that wasn't really working for the show, if they were maybe trying to split the narrative between too many different characters, so they got rid of the smaller ones. I don't know.
So isn't it also that having kids around is more difficult because you need like a tutor, they can only work certain hours.
You have to be careful with your
possibly.
kids. Yeah.
Yeah, possibly.
I mean, at that point, the actor who played Jinto, I'm blanking on his name right now, but he had gone on and done other stuff, so he would have commanded a little bit of a larger salary. And if they're not doing anything major plot-wise with his character, just Reese. Yeah,
Reese.
just bring in other Athosians. So
Yeah. Hey guys, surprise, surprise! I'm giving this a 4.
there you go.
Oh wow!
I like it neck and neck, both episodes, and we're tied along the board. And most people in the chat are also kind of giving similar to what they gave before. So yeah, I mean, it is just I didn't see this side by side with SG-1 at the time.
Oh wow!
Okay. I
Okay.
watched it in my fangled order. So
Yes.
yeah, I saw this a lot later than I saw season 8's Lockdown.
Okay.
But I immediately saw and I realized when I realized that it was episode 3 and this was episode 3, I was like, I see what you did. I see someone got a bit lazy in the writers' room.
It does feel like that, but I don't think that was intentional. I just think
No,
that's
no,
what
if anything.
happened.
No,
Yeah,
they would
and
have
also-
recorded them out of order and just
free
decided
props
to
as well.
put them on the same
Yeah.
night. So
I mean, exactly the same thing you guys are saying, but as always, I'm gonna like go to Jeff Golka, Ritu Charlie. I'm gonna go to like his kind of because he's right in how he scales things. He always says, McKay just lights up an episode that like really like brings it up for me. So McKay's comedy in this and his hero moment, just gets zone chevron. So Evie's mic crapped out a little bit, but it's the end, so it's okay.
We're at the end, so
really?
yeah. Oh yeah.
It's solid blue.
Nope.
Yeah, no. So yeah, I would also give this a 4.
There we go.
And going through the chat, let's see.
Jacob Olesh and I had a conversation yesterday, I think it was yesterday, about the rating system. And he gave Rising a 5. And he explained why. He was just like, he just wasn't crazy about Rising. And I was like, well, that's interesting. But what do you have your 7-point scale based on? Based on Atlantis? Based on the quality that Atlantis provided, or the quality that Stargate's writers could provide, like, or just your own like personal enjoyment of it as a specific episode? And he said that his ratings are based on the overall of Stargate, not just for Atlantis. Whereas my ratings are based on, it was 7 out of 7 for me for Rising, because Rising was among the best of Atlantis, not just among the best of Stargate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't think
It was
we've
a
ever really
combination of
clarified that
rating
on this
too.
show. Do you guys
No.
feel the
Yeah.
same way, or do you look at your ratings differently?
What I will say is that I definitely impacted by my SG-1 kind of perspective. SG-1 for me is a better show. Atlantis is the flashier new kids on the block. I love it. But comparatively, I do think that Rising in Atlantis is one of the greatest episodes of Atlantis. But also it's the culmination of 7 seasons of Stargate SG-1. So like you can't
It is
help
building on it.
but
Yeah.
bring some of that into it. But and also the reason it's such a good episode is because this cast and crew and everyone, they did so much good work together for 7 seasons that when you carry over the same crew and people into this new project, you can really feel how well done it all is, and it works so beautifully.
Yep.
So you can't help but drag some of the SG-1 in there, but I'm trying to look at it on its own measure.
merit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
rather than looking at it as a whole. But I can see why that would make sense as well.
Yeah.
I
think
understood
it's
his
yeah.
point. I don't agree with Rising being a 5. I could argue with Rising being a 6, but there's only
That's what I
so
thought
many
you were gonna give
episodes
it,
that can
David.
have a 7. It's not like Rising is
Yeah.
going to be the only Atlantis episode that can be assigned a 7.
It's the only
so-
episode that has Atlantis rising out of the ocean in such a fantastic way without the shield around
Without the
it, which
shield
is one
being
of the
on,
reasons.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unprotected.
That's it.
Yeah. Unprotected Atlantis.
Yeah, the shield's gone, baby. So those winters are about to get washed, or as my mom would say,
Yeah.
washed.
Yeah.
Worst.
All right, Nicole.
What I will say as well is Jed had brought up a good thing about how the shield device kind of resembles a turtle, which is, that's what I was
That
thinking.
McKay, Hewlett on set called it the turtle brooch.
Yeah. Also, Tosh said hydroelectric plant in the base of Atlantis would have made sense too. Wasn't there one? There was a drilling station down there or something.
There was a
wasn't
drilling station on the ground, but I think it was, I don't think
was
that they were
underwater.
drilling for water. I think they were mining. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying it was under the water, so they could have. It was technically under Atlantis.
Most
or
definitely.
nearby. Yeah. So Raj Luthra, a 6 out of 7. Hero McKay has arrived. Gecko Fett 6 out of 7. Always a rewatch for me. Homo Urple gave Hide and Seek a 2.7 halvesies, so 3 chevrons. So yes, Hide and Seek, that one. Yeah, three chevrons. SGA Balcony Views gave this you said a 5 to 6. You got to pick one. If you say 5 to 6, then it's going to probably be rounded up to a 6.
Yeah, if you say nothing else, we're going to round it up.
Yeah, so feel free to just double down on which one you actually want. Jean Diada, I give it a 5. I enjoy this one. Anthony, this is a 4 for me. Everyone's saying they love it. Good humor in this episode. Yeah, Atlantis is great.
Yeah.
It's hit the ground running. Jacob, 4 chevrons. Lockwatcher, it's a 4. The cast seemed so established. Nice ending, bringing the bulk of the leads together in the end with a great long shot. Stuart Miller, 4. Urius Tosh, 4. It's aight. Gets the job done, but I'm not tickled. Yeah, it's all right. Candy Mitch couldn't come today. Yeah, she commented earlier. I saw at the beginning of the live. So she voted this a 7 before she left. A 7. Okay. High praise. Joe Citizen, 6. McKay Hero Spot. Yep. Kevin Weaver said sort of the middle episode for me. I won't seek it out. It's hide and seek funny, but I'm not going to turn it off if it's on. I give it.
Not going to hide from it.
There you go.
Yeah. Logwatch said, I think many of Atlantis episodes are going to stay in the high numbers. There are not many Pod People or Bane episodes.
I mean, we've got all kinds of ascendometer episodes coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take
Is that
all
Tower
the
of
mysticism out of this and let's just give it an ascendometer.
It's like calling them midichlorians in Star Wars. You take away some of the fun of the
kind
things.
of that.
Yeah. Joe Citizen, a 3 overall. Dan Ben, 4. And then Joe Citizen pointed out some timestamps that they really enjoyed for this. And then Lockwood just said, well, it did take 8 chevrons to get there, so it took a lot of work. Yeah, a lot of effort. And then we've got done it. I've done it. I did it. I couldn't help it.
It's all right.
We should have to take a shot when you do that.
SGA Balconies specified 5. Yeah.
Okay.
And Joe Citizen 5. So also Jacob said, in the context of SGA only, Rising is still maybe a 6 at most for me.
Don't revise your estimate based on some comments from your friends. Stand your ground.
Yeah, you're good.
Don't back down.
You're
Don't
good.
do that.
I don't think
You
he
do
has.
you.
I think he's sticking his ground for that. I think he's saying
hope
like,
so.
It's never going to go any higher than that. And Eurostar said Atlantis is full of stinkers. No word of lie. Yeah, it has some stinkers.
There are some
I've
clunkers.
definitely skipped.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we got some
we're gonna-
bangers. We got some great episodes coming up.
There's a lot to look forward to.
Yeah.
Anything else, folks?
I can't
Tower
think
is
of
campy,
anything
not
else.
Baney.
Not Baney.
What-
Thank you, Lockwatcher. Oh, gosh.
Yeah,
All right.
I think that's it. Are we off next week?
We're back next week. I think we're off the following, if I'm not
That's it.
mistaken.
Okay.
Double check here.
Yeah, let's double check where we are.
Un momento,
Because
por favor.
David-
We're having a lot less time off, guys.
David has a
so-
thing.
Do I have a thing?
Yes.
said you
Don't
had
you
a
have
thing
a
in the next couple
drumming
weeks.
competition
Is that
or
this
something you're
coming
attending?
Sunday?
No, it's the following one.
Yes, but I just want to make sure here. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, August the 3rd, we'll be back with 0 hour and 38 minutes, and then we'll be back August the 17th with Icon and Suspicion, unless Nicole decides
Nice,
a
we're doing a
freaking
skip.
concert is preferable.
No, I'm done. I've got weddings and concerts, and they're like, concerts are done. Weddings are all on Saturdays. They're all the ones I have are all on Saturdays. We're good.
Clayton Landy is joining us this Wednesday, July the 30th at 1 p.m. Pacific time, and specifically Colonel Dylan Everett.
Pacific.
United States, is he Air Force or is he a Marine? Was he a Marine?
I thought he was a Marine.
I think he was a Marine. Yeah.
He had that
would've
Marine
made
vibe
sense.
and he spoke like a Marine.
Yeah.
So.
Hooah! All right.
Yeah.
That's what we got, guys. This is a good episode. And believe it or not, we've gone to 2 hours and 1 minute. When's the last time we did that? So, because David's been always busy.
And Jacob said my rating. Yeah, Jacob said my rating is actually a 5 for Rising. I mean, I could agree with someone giving it a 6 in that context.
Yeah, that's my boy.
I respect your opinion, Jacob.
All right. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, gang. We will see you very soon. Actually, 143 some odd hours from now. So take care of yourselves. Be well. Thanks for tuning into the Wormhole Extremists. Bye, guys.
Bye.